Hey now, hey now, hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now, hey now. Well, I hope you're all having a good... Excuse me. Boy, I sound kind of raspy on here. I swear I'm fine. Anyways, hope you're all having a good Labor Day weekend. Welcome, Salon.
Hey now, hey now.
And hey now to anyone else who may be in the chat. Yeah, so... It does feel a little weird to do a Lolcow catch-up without our, Unwelcome Mouse.
Hey now.
Without our boy, Josh. But, you know, it is what it is. I mentioned on a community post that I'm not planning on doing any more Cobra stuff. Except for, like, two exceptions. One for, like, anniversary stuff, like maybe for his birthday or for the anniversary of his death. We'll go and we'll watch some stuff together. You know, like nice reminiscent stuff. And coming up, I believe it's on like the 20th or the 21st, Clint, Josh's dad, is going to do a live stream on Cobra's channel. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Anyway, he's doing a live stream, and I was going to restream it, not to like steal viewers or donations or anything. It's just to, you know, see what it is, and we can all kind of watch it together. But other than that, like I said, unless there's like a big push for me to go and watch like old Cobra stuff, I don't see myself doing it because I don't want to come across like I'm just like milking something. You know what I mean? Whether it's for like attention or for monetary gain, both of which I get almost none of, even with these streams. So, but you know, optics is everything. Anyways, let's go and jump into some of this stuff. I know I haven't watched Wings in a while. This thing here, Kelly wants another weight loss surgery. Although, I want to look at this one first. I haven't really been keeping up with Wings for the most part. But...
Damn, son, you can't find this on the internet. Damn, son, you can't find this on the internet.
Boring.
So we'll be watching some Wing stuff, then we'll do... Hold on a second. Shit. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. My wife opened the door, and the dog was going nuts because she thought she was going out for a walk.
I'm gonna put my monster voice on because I don't know what it sounds like. The world is an undefined cover.
Sneeze fart.
Boring.
Where to play? What's up? You put a dress on?
Only to go check the mail.
Oh.
What?
Put it back off. Don't worry. If you notice, it's inside out.
Oh. Only looking your best.
Well, I don't have to. My husband announced to the world how terrible I look. He doesn't see it now. You noticed the same dress I had on yesterday, but you probably didn't notice.
Boy, she's getting fucking brutal.
Don't pay me that much attention.
Oh, God.
You're stuck in a...
It's like, bro, mute your fucking microphone. I've never understood how these people can be, like, into streaming so much. Like, they must just be... They must know that, like, drama sells or something. Like, if I was having a thing where anyone in my family was, like, roasting me or talking shit, that mute button is fucking going down immediately.
Hospital for the next 5 hours? That sucks. I got a headache and I feel like going taking a nap.
Like, playful banter, that's one thing. You could tell in the tone of her voice, she was not being playful.
Oh, fuck. It all depends. If we get donations, we'll stream again today. If not, I'll just be fuck it.
Oh yes, if we get donations, we have a goal set up. If we get 5 super chats, or members, whatever, we'll go into overtime and I'll do tomorrow's stream now. It actually doesn't have to be like 5, or it can be like $1 for 5 times. I don't care.
From the middle.
Hugs and kisses.
One of those guys might be walling.
None of us are walling wings.
What does that even
100%.
mean?
Like one of those guys has an unhuman level of human reaction.
Yeah, it's me, my boy. You're dog shit.
Okay.
That's why, like, that's why they can risk them sitting up in the middle up there.
But you see why I want you to do better, because like I'm the one who gets shit out there when you went 1-6 most of that game. Like if we hit like the next 20 minutes without a donation, I'm just gonna end the stream and just play offline.
Cool. That shit, I mean, I don't give a fuck either way.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna stop streaming. Like I haven't hit the donation goal if you add the last 3 streams together.
Very fucking teammate.
Dude, every time. Oh, if we don't get a donation before the end of this game, I'm just shutting the stream off.
Ooh.
Time to get our heads dirty, Black Ops.
I've already considered the stream a waste of my time. There we go. Billy Joe is that one don't count. Billy Joe, don't donate.
I mean, I've been there, but not in the sense of like I didn't make any money, so this was a waste. But like if I don't get like any viewers or interactions, then yeah, I feel like a similar way. I had that earlier today. I did a Street Fighter 6 stream. It wasn't on YouTube, it was only on Twitch, but like no one showed up, so I just, after 45 minutes, I was like, fuck this. Well, that, and also I just had a really embarrassing loss, so I was just like, yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Round's almost over. Don't let them beat.
So why wouldn't you count a donation?
Over here.
you need to quit going. You need to quit doing that on that left side. You're 2-6. Time to change it up.
Alright.
Ain't a motherfucking soul went over there. Yeah. This is how I pay the bills. Like, I don't touch Lolcow money. Behind us.
What do you mean you don't touch it? What the fuck do you do with it?
Thank you for the $2, T.
Bro, you really have people like subscribe to you? That's insane.
I'm a Call of Duty legend, bud.
You lying
Yeah,
sack
for
of
ragging
shit!
your boy, that's about it.
Yeah, for ragging your boy. That's great.
Ragging your boy. I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what that means.
T, you're here all the time. You know I don't react to donations under $5. Like if I react to every donation under $5, that's where the trolls will donate.
Box CD-ROM. 10 bands.
I'm not getting Magnet Box Ring for anything less than 100K.
Oh, good one, so long.
Go ahead and ban Taco, please. Ban Wings 007.
I doubt that's the real one.
Is the thing the Taco guy said a reference to something?
Yeah, he did. Go ahead and ban Pieces.
I do have to say I miss, and I don't know why he's not doing it, when Lummox would show what the chats were on screen. And then he would say, oh, ban whoever, and you saw what they said. Maybe one of the other troll channels does it. Maybe I'll have to move to another
Oh,
one.
you must play a lot of goddamn Warzone.
What are you gonna do when you get no scoped by a wall runner on Black Ops 7? Respawn.
I'm done.
Time's against you.
I'm working now.
Working.
Getting ill with me.
Yes.
Why?
I'm not in the mood right now. Nah, T ain't get banned. She's just upset that I didn't acknowledge her donation. Dudes,
Oh, wait.
I got a massive headache. Kelly's been complaining that I told people that she gained weight all day.
So she's been complaining all day? Or did you say she's been gaining weight all day? Like she's just been nonstop eating? Like how would that work?
What?
Why would you ever say that? What a happy marriage. Oh god, we may have to jump back into wings on a weekly basis. He's having a Wendy's withdrawal. Guess I'm gonna have a girlfriend Wendy's.
I'm upset with the stream. I got a mod mad at me, and I'm playing a frustrating game.
Yeah,
I'm a little
no
sour.
doubt. That's insane.
Little sour.
But like, you could easily fix this.
I think I'm handling it well.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
And all I really want to do is take a nap.
Take a nap.
Hysterical. Oh, Jesus.
Even his teammate can't believe it.
Oh,
Okay,
I hope so.
I think I might have fixed some of my settings too.
Ah, should have played that smarter. Both hurt.
Oof.
Both hurt.
Okay.
We can do better.
Boy, listen to that chair.
I've been on GPL for a month now. I'm down from when I've been under 100. I remember how many years it's been. Ladies beware. Shit. Glad you lose the weight. I'm finding every bit of pound you losing, dude. Thank you for the $10.
What the fuck is GPL?
On every pound you
Well,
lost.
we all know. We all know Paradigm City ain't gonna make a move. He's gonna get his couple kisses, maybe rub a titty, and he's gonna. Oh, okay, we're done for the
That
night.
chair is an MVP.
Dog, my wife watches 90 Day Fiance, and it's like,
For inspiration?
It looks like the LCU so bad. It's like the same tired trifling girls with the same tired trifling guys, and they're
What the fuck is the LCU? I'm just awful with acronyms today, which is weird because I actually like acronyms. It was funny. I was thinking, so you know, like Powerball is like $1 billion now. I actually bought a ticket, and your mind always like goes to what would you do if you won? Like legit, one of the things I would do is, and it's gonna sound so stupid, but I would go to Jackbox Games, Lolcow Universe. Oh, really? Oh yeah, the LC. Excuse me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But I would go to the Jackbox Games guy and be like, here's $1 million. Go remake Acrophobia. It's an old online acronym game that came out in the late 90s that I've been dying to play for literally over 20 years, or maybe 30 years at this point. I would be like, here's the money, put in all the Jackbox games, here you go. Because A, I think they technically own the license, and B, they already have the infrastructure to do it.
they trying to date each other now. It's like
Women love it.
what do you think the primary reason for my weight gain is?
Curious to know who the average queen's
Eating?
is.
Sleep schedule, food
What?
choices, lack of exercise.
Okay. It was weird that sleep was number one on
It's
that
like I was
list.
watching like Tim trying to date Elsie. I'm like, dog, like she ain't that damn good looking. Like she is average
fuck?
in every way, shape, and form.
Sorry, give me a second.
No. It's the one that looks like he drinks Miller Lite with the long curly hair. I forgot his name. Guy in the middle. Oh, I blew them both up. Went into your spawn. Good try. You did everything right.
I think my dad is
Grant Holmes is his
trying
name, yeah.
to not weasel his way, but invite himself over to my house on Monday.
You did everything right. You just it's RNG.
He did nothing
function.
wrong. He did everything right.
Yeah, you did everything you possibly could do right.
It's these
Except for win the game.
Let's get it one more time.
It's these
Except for win the game.
pattern players. Smash grab.
Bullet has RNG.
What?
Wow, I got headshotted with a rocket. Let's go. Dog, I am getting bodied. Dude, I shot you twice in the chest. I really hate streaming. Like I do. I honestly do. Like it's been like
In the back, doggy style, and it looked like I'm fucking a 6-year-old.
I mean, I already got it muted, but
yeah. It's like right there. It's like, how did my party open again? I'm closing it for the 3rd time.
yeah, that's on. That's like all my settings are locked down now.
Like I don't know what causes the game to open it up. All right, here's what I'm gonna start doing.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
exactly.
keep it on members only.
Yeah, you don't see me being like, God, I hate being here, and then just keep doing it. I do have to say though,
I'm so
I
sick of
can
reading the same trash.
sympathize
over and over.
not with what he's seeing in chat, but with Black Ops just doing random shit. Like, I don't play a ton of Black Ops 6. Like, I have like waves of it where like I'll play a bunch, then I'll completely ignore it, then come back, play it a bunch, ignore it, whatever. But like every time I come back to play, which is usually like for each season or big update, something breaks. It's never like, it's impossible for them to do a big update and not have something that was working perfectly fine before the patch, like, to still keep working. There's always something that's broken. Like, I would love to be on fucking Activision QA, because clearly there's no, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, something that worked perfectly fine doesn't work anymore? Oh, who cares?
Like only I mean, if you don't want to read the chat, I can like field. Like,
I don't want to do that either.
relevant stuff
I'm
to
just
you.
sick of like coming in and reading the same troll shit for the last 8 years. It's like, oh my lord, and like the people never go away because there's always somebody new doing the same tired shit.
All this effort to avoid employment.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a, just like a fresh body, but I don't know. I mean,
Dude, this symbols guy is good as fuck.
What are you gonna do about it?
This is Paladin Roland. What you just asked me is the reason I just put it on members only to avoid dumbass questions like that.
Oh, what was the question? Would you become a cyborg in the distant cyberpunk future? Like, why even acknowledge that it's a dumb question? That's one of your fucking members. Like, bro.
Is the reason I just put it on members only to avoid dumbass questions like that. I know. We ain't gonna hit the donation goal for a 5th day in a row.
Boring.
got him.
It's a start.
There you go.
Now get out there and finish this.
They're getting cocky. I'm one in white, one in blue.
Quit feeling sorry. We ain't done. Battles and
There you
wars.
go.
God, what is with his nose?
How did I get no?
No, come on, that's
Ooh.
so trash. I got
No, your
fucking
aim
kicked
was
on this whole
trash.
game. I'm gonna report the Bryn guy here for harassment soon.
What was he doing?
I'll play one more and I gotta take a poop before I gotta go do the other show.
Thanks for sharing.
He's like, 14.
That was like one time I was watching, like, because I play Marvel Rivals, and they do Twitch drops fairly often. So I'll just, while I'm working, I'll just pull up a stream, not say anything, just load it up and let it play so I can get the free drops. But like there was this VTuber who I guess was away, and their message was, it just said in big text, "I go piss." I was like, okay, a simple BRB would have sufficed.
It seems to be the perfect breeding age now. I just like.
Sorry, hold on.
He's like, 14 seems to be the perfect breeding age now. I just like. I got it muted, so it doesn't matter. He said all that, like it takes nothing for me to mute this party. Like I literally have a button that does it. You're muted, by the way. Why are you guys doing this? Why don't you go fuck with Destiny? Destiny's actually sexually harassing women.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Like, I don't understand why it opens the party up every time. Like, what is this? I'm depressed today.
Yeah, Trail Boss is 6 months.
Battles and wars.
Yeah, exactly. Both can be true. Welcome, Unofficial. Welcome, Exile. I didn't give you your hey nows.
Gunfight.
Fucking. Bullshit. How are we losing now? How are we losing now? Oh, my lord.
He does have 10 eliminations.
Yeah, it's gonna be more boring drama stuff today. Alright, I gotta go. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.
Trolls are gonna take that. This I gotta see here. Kelly wants. What do they mean by Kelly wants another weight loss surgery? Like,
Lummox is like this middle 20s kid that makes YouTube videos and lives off of like the underbelly of my content. You ever see
I've never
like
seen this
those
before.
sucker fish that live on the belly of like old sharks? That's what Lummox is.
I beat Lummox.
but what do they mean though? Kelly wants another weight loss surgery. I didn't know she had weight loss surgery. Like, I know she lost a bunch of weight, but I thought she did it through diet and exercise. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if I was wrong. It's just I was under the impression that she did it. Oh, she did? Really? I was under the impression that she just got her shit together. I was like, good on her. I mean, one thing, good on her. You know what I mean? Boy, that's crazy. I did not know that. I legit thought she just did it on her own.
Especially since I just bought. Especially there's a lot of games coming out that I want to play, and I'm not going to spend all day. I'm pretty much putting like an hour into the character every day, maybe an hour and a half. Other than that, there's not much I can do.
I get the feeling she's disgusted.
I wish I had more time. I wish I could play other games. But I always feel like if I don't know a game, people make fun of me when I stream it. Because like I'm gonna die a lot on fucking the game I just bought.
What just buy?
Gears of War, because I've never played anything but Gears of War 3. And that was 15 years ago.
Gears of War is not that hard. I mean, you know how I know it's not that hard? Or at least the original. I don't know if they tweaked it at all. But I was able to beat the game across all difficulty levels solo, except for one part. I think Insane, whatever the highest difficulty is, I got all the way to the last boss, Ram, and I could not beat him by myself. I couldn't do it. I threw hours into it, just couldn't do it. And I was dating this girl at the time. It wasn't my wife. But I went over to her house, brought my Xbox because her brother was a gamer too. And we just sat there together, and then we were able to go and, as a team of two, go and beat Ram on the hardest difficulty. But so basically, I soloed the entire Gears of War across all, like, normal, hard, and the hardest. I didn't bother doing easy, like, solo. It just except for the last boss. And then it was weird because in the remake, the first remaster that they did, like, there was more glitches, I remember, and RAM was glitched. I remember me and my friend, we were doing a co-op online, and I think he got, like, stuck. Yeah, I'm almost positive, yeah, RAM got stuck. So, of course, we just went there and just kept blowing him away from a distance, and it was, like, an easy, win.
I got a doctorate in Diablo 2. Do I ever grind all day long? There's days I grind 2 or 3 hours, but like, I feel bad when I do it because I'm not streaming or doing anything to like push myself forward in life. And I really should be doing other things besides doing
Yeah, well,
this,
no,
'cause
the
this is
one that will...
pointless.
Well, actually, I've told the story so many times. But probably the best one was when... I'll try to make this brief. I played the original Legend of Zelda, and I got like all the way to the end. Death Mountain had the red ring. I knew where Ganon was, but I couldn't find the silver arrow. Then we went on vacation for like 2 weeks. We came back, and my save was gone. I booted up Zelda. It was wiped. It was gone. Now, I don't know if it was a case. One of two things happened. either I had the faulty carts, well, not the fault, but remember all the batteries had issues where they would just wipe themselves randomly. It was either that or the people who were sitting at our house went and manually deleted the game. Either way, my save was lost, and I was fucking devastated. I mean, imagine getting that far in the original Zelda and losing your progress. Anyways, a couple of days later, or sometime later, I go over to my friend's house, and they were in a similar part of the game where they had the silver arrow, but they didn't know where Ganon or the red ring was. So I went and I loaded up their save, went to Death Mountain, got the red ring, went to Ganon, and I killed him like on, I think it was the first one, because I had gotten there. I knew what you had to do. You had to like stab him 3 times and then shoot him with one shot with the silver arrow. And I did. That was like me, my friend's brother, and I feel like there was one other kid there too, but I don't remember. This was like, had to have been like first grade, but we were all like jumping up and down. We were like, yeah, we killed Ganon. Well, not we. I did it. Well, to be fair, it wasn't just me. I piggybacked off of the other guy's save. But yeah, that's one of those things that, like, if I forget that moment, then I know my brain is turned into mush. Like, that's when the Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever, that's when I'll know what was set in, if I forget that memory.
But honestly, I'm very good at these games. Like, I know this character right here doesn't highlight it, but anybody that's ever seen me play like my barbarian, I play it at such a high level that it's crazy.
It was actually kind of funny, like, sorry, I keep interrupting with these fucking awful anecdotes. Right before I jumped on stream, I was sitting with my wife, and she was looking at something on her laptop, and I look over, and it's like, it's like Diablo, but it's not Diablo because there's Chinese text everywhere and the animation looks weird. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? She's like, nothing. I'm like, well, what is that? She goes, it's an ad. That's why I have it muted. It's like one of those things where, like, it's one of those video services where they like bake in ads for like games and shit. But yeah, it was just like another, it was called like Ghost Costume or something. That's what she said it translated to. But it looked like a goofy Diablo clone, just clearly not as well made.
Everybody says that. Do you like Path of Exile? It's like, I hate this style of game.
No, I'm gonna ask her what that was called.
Like, I play this because
she's
it's something
probably not
from
even
my
gonna bother
childhood,
responding.
and it's something me and my brother play together. Like, all my online characters are like when me and my brother have played together.
It's funny, I actually own all 4 Diablo games, but I can never play Diablo. I played the first one a bunch on Battle.net.
Everybody's
Those are
like,
the days.
what was your childhood? My childhood was fucking awesome. We had Doom. We had Westwood Studios. We had fucking Blizzard.
We did.
We had the beginning of the internet.
Tell me when
I don't want to say where I'm going for my honeymoon because, like...
Wait, what? He already said where he and Kelly are going. The Biltmore Estate. Okay, well, first of all, what do you mean honeymoon? Or Yeti? Yeah, good one, historian. He's going on a honeymoon, like, now? Didn't he get married in, like, 2020? The Biltmore Estate. I'm gonna look that up.
People will call ahead and fuck with it and everything else. But the best place to eat in this area might be a food truck, honestly. Remember, we're gonna get back
Biltmore
to
in
playing some Rainbow?
Asheville, North
Probably
Carolina.
not. Probably done with the game. Like, I don't really have a party to play with, and I don't really feel like learning a new party. The game's just frustrating. It has...
Well, let's just pull this up. Man, look at this. Gardens, winery, village. I mean, sorry, it's so bright. I mean, it looks nice, I'll give him that. How much does this cost? Actually, I don't feel like delving too much into this. Okay. I mean, look, if you're going to go somewhere nice, that's not a, you need a few grand. Yeah, I'm sure you probably do.
Too many cheaters. I don't mind all the operators. The operators are fine. I mind all the people cheating on it. I might try it next season because like next season they say that they're gonna have like streamer mode finally for Rainbow, and if that's the case, I could just play casual.
I never got into Rainbow. Not that's bad.
Because I can't play Rainbow now because people just tell people to team kill me, or they offer people money to team kill me. Cool, Jason. I don't care. You want to know the real dedication part? They've been doing it for 8 years now.
God damn, look at me. You think there's like a fucking earthquake? If I live in a mobile home, the last thing I'm heard is a fancy hotel.
Honestly, like, trolls don't fuck with me much in Call of Duty, other than like that, what they're doing now. Mainly because most of them can't touch me. Like, they've tried so hard to get somebody that can like champion and like harass me. I remember in fucking Vanguard, they paid a guy with an actual aimbot to follow me around. Like, okay, appreciate it, bud.
That's dedication.
Jay Searchy, dude, thank you so much for the $100 today. Have Final Fantasy tax on me, pimp.
Come on, guys, we can beat that. Hint, hint, hint.
What?
Thank you, dude. Thank you, my man.
Oh, whoops, I gotta fix this. Here we go.
I have to go buy that shit right now.
He inspires a lot of hate.
Why is my body shaking? Because I
Yeah.
shake my legs as a twitch. Like, I'm not nervous or anything, but like I'm always shake my legs.
Too bad that doesn't count
I've
as
always said
exercise.
that I might have ADHD if I wasn't a fat pile of junk.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Nah, Kelly. Honestly, like, Kelly's been depressed lately. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it.
Why are you sharing
Like, all
this?
she's been doing lately is going to work and getting off work, watching Lolcow, and going to sleep. Like, that's her whole day lately.
What an awful existence. Oh yeah, sorry on the Twitch side, there's an ad about to come on. But
A little bit. She's mad at me right now for like letting the internet know that she gained some weight, but it's like, Like I was telling her, there's going to be a time where people are going to see you in the next few months. Well, Keem wants to work this weekend, and we only get Saturdays off. So I probably can't take her out on anything this weekend because Keem wants to work. She wants another bypass surgery.
can you do that? Again, I never knew she did that. How can you have more than one?
And I'm like against it. Because like the last one almost killed her.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'd be against it too.
Yeah, she's not. That's why I was telling her, like you very easily can fix this. Like you still have the tools you need to turn it around, and she just has no faith in herself right now. So I don't know if you were around Jay Searchy last time that she got, like last January, she got bypass surgery. This is when like Lolcow was first starting to kick off. And she got what you call diabetic ketoacidosis. Had to be in the ICU for like 3 days.
Jesus.
And it was like the weight loss surgery is what actually kicked it off, like put her into it.
But wasn't she losing weight before that. Like, yeah, wasn't she in a noticeably better looking shape before Lolcow Live? Because I was still watching at the time, and we were all pointing out, like, I mean, yeah, she still had a ways to go, but she was looking noticeably better. Was that, like, because I know typically before you get those surgeries, you have to drop a bunch of weight first, but she didn't look like she, I mean, again, maybe I'm just not a good judge of heavy women from lack of being with them. Well, I can't, that's not entirely, well, I mean, one's that big, you know what I mean?
Ozempic takes your hunger away and just makes you feel sick. I've lost probably 80 pounds on Ozempic. Well, 40 pounds 2 different times on Ozempic.
It's, I mean, I could say my wife dropped 90 pounds. Well, she dropped 30 pounds 3 times. Yeah. Her secret was she gave birth.
It makes you feel so sick. No, she's a type 2. She was a type 2 diabetic. She isn't right now. Like, that's the reason we got her the surgery, is because, like, her mother was going through all these issues with type 2 diabetes, and like having to go to get her eyeballs drained, and
Yeah.
losing vision in like one of her eyes and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, I don't want to see Kelly go through this. And like, if we can
that's
nip this in the
good.
butt right now, let's do it. Like, that's the reason we got it. And like, her body hasn't resorted back to type 2 diabetes yet. Jay Searchy, you said you're a big guy. Like, which one would you take? Have you tried any of them?
That is crazy. Like I said, I had no idea. I think she should have just kept going with the, you know, what she was doing to drop the weight in the first place. She probably didn't need the surgery.
Annabelle, that's another thing I've talked to her about, and like, she don't want to hear it.
What?
It's like every time, because she's lost weight like 3 times in her life, like lost weight. Like, she went down to like 140 one time, she went down to 160 another, and then this recent time she went down to like 155, 160 again.
I'm sure she's so glad that you're giving away her weight, you know, to your entire audience.
And every time I've met her while she's there, she's always looking for the next goal, and she's not really happy. And I've talked to her, I'm like, hey, like, you're not going to be happy with weight loss because you're unhappy with yourself. You got to find what in life makes you enjoy. And then she always look back in my face, well, what makes you happy? And I'd be like, nothing. And she'd be like, well, why do I have to be happy? We're like, I mean, like, I don't give a shit about myself. Like, I spend my whole life trying to make you happy. Like, that's...
Well, clearly it's not working. I'm sorry. What a depressing fucking exchange this is. My God.
My goal in life is to make your life better.
Bullshit.
Do I feel waist stank more? I don't know what that means. I take a poop 5 times a day.
What?
Since I lost my gallbladder. Like, anytime I eat something, or sometimes even drink something, it's poop time.
Oh, what an
And
awful existence.
It doesn't always be like a full-on poop either. Like, sometimes it'll be just like
Oh, God.
residue. But it'll feel like a full-on poop.
Bro,
See what I've gotten good at? Driving while having to poop. Yeah, oil and fats just go through me. But I don't understand. Like the other day, I got a Dr. Pepper from Burger King. And just drinking the Dr. Pepper triggered me. I was like, really? Well, you got to find the right public bathrooms. Like, Bojangles
I have the
bathrooms are
opposite
nice.
problem, but I'll just leave it at
Like
that.
I like bathrooms in like fast food restaurants that have like a side door that leads to the bathrooms, that you don't have to go into the front door and have the counter people look at you.
Why?
Because we got like a Taco Bell in our town that if you go in just to poop, they'll look at you funny.
Who cares?
Yeah, I wish I had some time off of Lolcow at this point, just so I could like take her to do something.
Why not just do it
Like, she needs a
okay,
new
maybe
chair
not during
for
the
her
week if
office,
she has to work.
and like we've got time. I got plenty of time to go get the chair, but it's like we got plenty of money to get the chair. We just ain't never got time to go get it because like by the time I get up, it's like 3 hours before Lolcow, and usually the chair's like in Little River or some shit. Well, it kind of makes me wish that I negotiated not doing the weekends. Like he wants me to do the yard sale for the pillows this weekend. I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but like there's like a whole bunch of pillows behind me.
What the hell?
And like he wants me to do a yard sale selling those pillows. It's like, okay.
That sounds awful.
Like, how do I make that idea funny or
Yeah,
entertaining?
like what the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
Can you get me some Wendy's chili? If I get offline right now, I mean, but most likely at this point in night, their Wendy's chili's empty. Right now, if you go to Wendy's, they'll just give you a bad look and be like, "We closed," even though they're not. They don't close at 2 o'clock.
What the fuck time is it?
Am I a frequent client of Wendy's? Honestly, no. I mean, Wendy's have went downhill in Conway. They take forever.
Wendy's in
Been eating fast
general has
food so
gone
often
downhill.
lately, I've kind of like lost the desire for it. McDonald's quarter pounder is where it's at. Dog, McDonald's
not.
here, like their quarter pounders just taste like salt at this point. Like the patty's not that good. It tastes like salt. And like I still have my gastric bypass surgery, so like I can't eat a lot at one time. So like what I'll do is I'll go get like a Coke and I'll eat like the French fries on the way home, and then I'll wait like an hour to eat the fucking burger, or 2 hours to eat the burger. So I always
How
eat the burger
awful.
fucking cold.
Yeah,
And it
Jesus
gets
Christ.
worse as you eat it cold.
Ugh.
Keem's not illiterate. He's dyslexic or dyslexic. However you say it. Sparky's gonna hack your PlayStation account. Cool.
Sorry.
Ain't nobody ever hacked my PlayStation account. I'm out 5,000. Looks like this stream's getting.
Well, yeah, no, I remember him saying that you can't eat a lot at once. Okay, we'll watch one more. I gotta see this thing about a dog. God, I hope this doesn't make me too angry. I don't care about myself, so I'm gonna get a dog.
When I called him, he informed me that I had Stockholm syndrome and was trying to.
I have Stockholm syndrome.
gaslight me
Oh, that's a fucking great PFP combination of He-Man and Hank Hill.
into me saying I was an abused victim, and I'm not.
Drop it now. We'll watch it on stream.
Oh, God.
I don't hit anybody. I don't
That
hit
poor
anybody.
girl.
I haven't watched a Lummox video in a minute.
Why is there a timer? I haven't muted it, by the way.
Boring.
Hello, everybody. No, I don't have Metal Gear.
I recently replayed the original Metal Gear Solid. Kind of recently. I replayed it last April when I went over to China. I had it on my Steam Deck. I just played the entire thing from beginning to end. And I have to say, it's still fun to play nowadays. It doesn't hold up the best, but goddamn, it's still fun to play.
What kind of lethals we have here? While we're sitting here waiting on people, let's look at puppies. Who wants to
Okay.
look at puppies?
What is... It's
Puppy
hard to
wuppy
tell
wuppies.
what those things say on top.
Like, I like his... Well, that's a girl. I like her look. But I'm scared to get a female. She's
Why?
in Virginia. They say this is... beat up a male in Wilmington, but it's in Virginia. I don't like the look of that, right? Like, I was told that you shouldn't get a German Shepherd with this, like, hind leg protrusion style, and that's a bad sign for the bloodline. Cute. What people are saying here.
God, I wish I had
How much am I looking to
stats
pay
like
for
that.
my new dog wings? Honestly, like, I'd like to pay less than $2,000.
Wait, hold on.
For my new dog wings. Honestly, like, I'd like to pay less than $2,000.
I love the thing there. Average view duration 2 minutes 6 seconds. Not gonna lie though, I can't really like point and laugh because I deal with shit like that too, unfortunately.
People ask why haven't I gotten the Doberman?
Okay, the stream just started, my bad.
One, I don't like Doberman. Why haven't I gotten the Doberman?
I have this video be the first.
One, I don't like Doberman's fur. Like, I want a soft dog because, like, I like to cuddle with my animals, and I want something that's fun to like hug and pet and stuff like that. And like, oh man, I ran into today. We went and got a chair for Kelly, and that chair, the house we went into had this beautiful husky, and he was so soft, so soft.
Why is he leaving this open?
Would the dog you get attack your other pets? No offense. That's why I'm trying to buy a puppy. And when puppies get there, you have what you call a socialization period. And that period, you get them used to other animals, cats. You take them to like the dog park. You get their shots. You start leash training them. You start crate training them and do things of that. And that's why puppies are so expensive. So nobody's messed them up yet.
Thanks for stopping by.
So you got to teach them how you want to teach them. And at that point, you got to like, it will grow up with Grayson in the house.
Sorry
so
for that random interruption.
Like
My
and like one of the things
it was funny. My YouTube studio actually crashed.
I want to do with the dog.
Well, he had his on screen.
Is I want something that gives me responsibility.
What?
In hopes that it forces me to be a better version of myself.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I don't even know what to say to that.
You got real money again and you're going to blow it on another dog, smarten up, pimp. Keller, I've been saving my money since 2015. And
Clearly.
I've been saving my money. I've had a lot of people that in the Lolcow universe that helped me with investments. I've been really looking into retirement and things like that. And I've been very, very good with my money over the last 10 years.
You lying sack of shit!
So, like, do I want to spend $5,000 for a dog? No, I don't. Like I said, I'd like to stay under $2,000.
Why not just get a rescue? I mean, okay, if you're getting a puppy, then that's kind of hard. But, like, still, Christ. Yeah, see, even this guy here, this drummer, you should get a rescue dog. I wonder if he addresses that.
But
Also, great fucking starting streaming at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time.
finding the problem with, like, when you get here's the issue that I have a small dog, but I don't want the small dog. I want a dog I can train. I want a dog that's going to
You can't train
be
small
able to
dogs.
help defend the house. I want a dog that legitimately will make people second guess.
Why?
What do I need a dog to protect me from? I deal
Yeah.
with all kinds of crazy people, Cozy Scott. Like, one downside of being a public figure and as doxxed as I am, I get people coming to my house. I get people get mad at me. It's been more than once. I've had people wanting to come to my house and fight me. It is what it is, right? It is what it is.
And you think spending thousands on like a guard dog is going to stop things or make it better? Take a sip myself.
Oh, I'm going to pay for trainment, not Alito. Like, the goal is to go. I have a trainer already picked out, and as soon as I get the dog, I'll enroll in his program, and we'll start going to the training school together. And I think it's a couple hours a day. Blah 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 blah. They give you like little homework assignments and stuff like that. And after obedience training's done, he's most likely going to go into attack training.
Attack training? Jesus Christ.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
And I really don't like. I almost want to ask you that.
Spit it out.
All right, I'm just gonna ask it. Whatever. All right, so like, even pretty recently, like someone had like mentioned some sort of like weight loss thing to you, and like your response was like your usual like, I'm not trying to lose weight right now, like blah 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 blah. So I guess like what makes it different, like now?
My goal isn't to lose weight. I'm hoping losing weight will be a side effect. My goal is to be more active.
And you need a dog for that? Why?
Because, like, if I stay doing the same thing I'm going to do now, I'm taking percentages off my life. 30-40% of my life is going to go away.
Well,
I'm going.
yeah. Well, that's what
Welcome,
people have been saying for
Casper.
15 years.
Yeah. But see, I don't care about myself, but I care about others around me. So if it inconveniences me, I most likely will let it slide. But if it's something for somebody around me, I most likely will do something about it.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
If a dog bites a troll, he's so screwed. Well, yeah. Like, this whole thing is just so stupid.
Okay.
And besides, I'm not the only person that will interact with this animal. Like, Kelly wants to go for walks more. She wants to get back on track. This is something to help motivate us.
This is so stupid. Like, how often and how far are you planning on walking this dog? I mean, I have a dog, but like, you can only be so active with a dog. Like, they're not just these. Okay, I guess that's wrong. Each dog is different, but like this idea that like, oh, this dog is gonna motivate me to be more active. Like, that is an awful way to look at it.
And at the end of the day, it's something I've always wanted. I've always wanted a dog that was well behaved, fully trained, and people came to the house and be like, "Damn, that's a good dog." That's what I want.
Hasn't he had like 3-4 dogs? Are you telling me that all the dogs you have didn't fit those specifications? I mean, you weren't exactly listing really crazy things. Okay, so
That was well behaved,
well behaved,
fully trained,
fully trained.
and people came to the house and be like, "Damn, that's a good dog." That's
I have that already. Oh,
If I may
welcome,
ask,
Demeter.
like, do you have, like,
Yeah, I think Kelly has said that. They've mentioned about trying to have kids, but like they kind of can't. His last dog was not treated well. Well, I mean, that was like, I remember, I forget who put it together. It was a couple of years ago, but someone put together a fucking compilation video. Fucking, it was so mean. It was all these times that Wings, like, would go and move his chair around and not realize where his dog was. So he would essentially run over his dog. So you hear like, it was so bad.
in terms of these like walks, have you like at least scoped out like places you want to walk, like the logistics of it all? Because like I know you said like previously, like whenever you walk for like extensive periods, like that like causes problems for you or
My
like,
legs, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a place in Comet called the Riverwalk. It has benches. It has other people that go walk their dogs. You just got to pick the poop up.
Well, then you also have to
how
hope.
much does it
That's the other
cost?
thing too. You have to hope that your dog is good with other dogs. Like my dog is for the most part well trained, but it's the weirdest thing. When I take her out for walks, when she sees other dogs, she goes nuts. Like, all jumping up and barking. Oh, thanks, Caster. Thanks for the 99 cents. Appreciate it. We need 4 more to reach the goal, guys. But what was I saying about the dog? Yeah, but like she goes nuts whenever she sees other dogs. And the annoying thing is, well, aside from that, is that it's not just she's not aggressive for the most part, but she either is excited because she wants to go over and just like sniff its butt, or she wants to like go after the dog. And you can't tell. Like there's no way to tell until she gets the other dog. So because of that, we found out really early, like we can't do that. We have to always err on the side of caution because we can't let our dog go and just go after another dog, because either the other dog can get hurt. That's happened before. And every time she's gotten hurt because she bit off more than she could chew.
To get in,
Zero. It's a public park.
so it's not $100.
Well, it costs whatever the gas to go there. I mean, it's gonna.
Is it expensive for the training?
Oh yeah, I'm probably had to put $10,000 into the training.
Jesus Christ,
what?
Jesus!
But you gotta buy baggies. You gotta get a collar. You gotta get a leash. I'm most likely gonna have some type of vest for him. Like, knowing my ass, I want one of those vests that holds my water bottle.
What? What do you mean a vest for him? You're gonna put your fucking water bottle in there? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's on you to carry. That's not his job.
Yeah, it is his motherfucking job. Don't.
No, it's not his job. I'm glad the guy called him out. I was like, what are you, nuts?
No, you're the one who needs to be more active. You carry your damn fat self.
Yeah.
No, carry my water bottle. They make dog vests that have pockets and
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. You can carry your own damn water bottle.
Yeah.
You should train the dog to like be a horse for you.
That's basically what he's going to be. Like in my head, in 2 years,
The dog will get a gun, right? Good one.
like I'm gonna put like Danger K9 on the side of the trail boss. He's gonna have his vest, and we'll have his vest be like, here's King Louis. Have his name in like all colors on his vest. Please do not pet.
Jesus Christ.
And he'll go everywhere with me.
Jesus God. What is he planning? Ugh.
Wings is gonna be one of those people with fake service animals.
No, he'll be a legit service animal.
No, he
Like,
won't.
you can easily do the paperwork. It's like my 4th dog. Dog number 2 I mean, Bailey is technically my first dog I've ever bought. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.
Indeed. That was crazy. Man. Thank you. Well, we're done with wings for now. We may have to check in on him. Well, that was brain numbing to hear. Yes, I haven't checked on the Otaku much, and I'm not gonna bore you guys with one of his wrestler things. Oh.
Here's to biting off more than we can chew, like dog emoji.
Thanks, Casper, again. Yeah, just need 3 more, folks. But I'm curious with this. What would I do if I became a millionaire overnight? This should be good. And then after this, we'll jump to the Review Tech video game retrospective. And not even like the edited one, the edited version that people made, like the original awful one. Although I doubt the edited one is much better. Let's skip past the stupid intro.
YWC, we're the best reviews wrestling and your 3-time YWC champion of the year. And I'm back here. It is late night, past midnight, so it is a...
Yeah, so let's make a fucking video. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
Officially Thursday, August the 14th.
I hate when he leaves his fucking TV on the background. I'm sorry. I know I've said it before.
2025. So I hope you all had a good one. Watched AEW Dynamite earlier. Solid show once again. We're a couple weeks away, about a week and a half or so away from Forbidden Door, which that pay-per-view is shaping up to be pretty solid. You know, obviously.
Bullshit. That was a dog shit show. The downfall of RTUSA was alarming to see. It wasn't. Like, on the one hand, yeah, but at the same time, like, fucking, when you see, like, the full story and its full background, you're like, it's not so much like, wow, what a shocking fall from grace. It was more of like a, wow, I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did with some decent level of clout and respect.
So you're going to have all the, combined, obviously it's a joint pay-per-view with AEW talents, New Japan talents. I'm sure some CMLL talents will be there as well, so.
There was no CMLL talent there, I'm pretty sure.
Very much looking forward to that, a week from Sunday.
Yeah, he just leaves it on, like, it looks like, actually, it's weird how it's like the blue screen. It looks like when you would have like VCRs or old DVD players, like if you just left like the video setting on, that's what it looks like.
So yeah, a week from Sunday. So very much looking forward to that next weekend.
Well, the PS5 in the background.
It's been pretty.
You can see, actually, no, you can't see it.
It's started to get humid again.
It's behind me.
Outside of that, it's been all right. But hope you all have been doing well. So I wanted to go ahead and do some more content since I haven't uploaded a video in about a day or so. So I figured I'd get back to, again, regular content making. And there are a few videos that I do plan on doing here in regards to various wrestling news stories we've been hearing recently, in regards to some things involving WWE, the Karrion Kross news. I want to follow up the video that I did the other day talking about his release from WWE, because there's things I want to say in regards to that. This whole news of WWE's new deal that they got with ESPN, where they're going to have their PLEs be on this new ESPN streaming service that's coming out later this year. I want to talk about that. And some more stuff. And again, obviously...
That is fucking annoying, I have to say. Well, actually, I don't want to derail.
Next weekend, like I mentioned, is AEW's Forbidden Door, so I'm going to get my predictions video for that, probably at some point next week, leading up to that pay-per-view next weekend. And, some other stuff. Again, we're in the midst of course, football season, preseason. Of course, it's preseason right now. The Ravens' next game is Saturday, so I may get a follow-up, if I get the chance to watch that game. And, yeah, there's several videos I plan on making. You all will see that here. But here today, with this video, I'm going to do something a little different. Just a kind of random topic video, if you will. Kind of a random video I've been thinking about doing for a while on this channel. Just, again, sometimes these ideas that I have, in terms of concepts for videos, they just kind of come to me. And this one has kind of stuck out to me for a while, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it. It is what it is. I think, it's something different from the norm. I think you guys may enjoy it. So here we go. So today, I'm just going to kind of share with you. And again, this is just completely off the top of my head. I know it kind of seems like
Clearly.
I know it kind of seems like a video just out of left field, but I've been thinking about this for a while. Today I'm going to be talking about what I would do if I got $1 million. If I became a millionaire overnight. I know this is something that people think about, every now and then for obviously just regular common folk like myself who are just obviously.
The sad thing is nowadays, like if I got $1 million, like, but I mean like post-tax, like, yes, here's $1 million. I don't pay tax on it. Like, this is the $1 million. Like, my things would be stupid. It would be like, pay off the mortgage, fix up the house, put the money away for kids' education, go on a trip or two, and that's pretty much it. It's like, that's pretty much all I could do with $1 million.
Day to day, we're just regular, average individuals. Haven't seen a whole lot of money in our lives. We have to work. Have to work to make ends meet, live paycheck to paycheck. I know the feeling. It's pretty much how I've lived for the majority of my life. And everybody dreams. Everybody thinks about what would happen if they became rich, or they made it, or they made it big, or
Now, if I won $1 billion, like if I won the fucking Powerball tonight, well, then that's a whole different world of shit that I would do. But I'm not gonna bore you all with that. Already bored you with one of my goofy things.
Things like that. If they got a hold of like a large amount of money or a large sum of money, just by happenstance or whatever the case may be, it's just something that a lot of people think about. Obviously not so much in this day and age because there's just so much bullshit going on with what's going on in this country politically and just
I knew he was going to mention Trump.
The grand scope of things, it's not looking good. It's just not looking good. I can make an entire whole other video talking about that, but I'm not going to do that here. That's not what I'm here for. But this day and age,
he's not a Trump fan, by the way. He hates Trump.
It's really hard to come by. I mean, a large sum of money is hard to come by. Some of us will probably never. A large percentage of us, people live, around the world, especially here in the United States. A large portion of us will probably never see, anything like that in our lifetime. But it is.
Phil did. Phil definitely has seen $1 million in his life.
What it is, but it's always nice to think about, to kind of dream about or daydream about what would happen if we did happen to come across, vast riches beyond our imagination. And again, this is just something I think about. I just think about stuff like this from time to time. It just pops up in my mind, and I figure, why not make a video out of it? So if I became a millionaire overnight, what would I do?
Yeah, I know there was like a thing trending today that like, oh, Trump hasn't been seen for like a day or two, so therefore he's dying. And it's like, I'll believe it when I see it. I ain't speculating. I will give Trump the same respect that I gave Cobra. Like, I won't say anything until I know for sure. I don't go off of rumors. I go off of official things.
What I do. I'm sure whoever's watching this video, those of you out there who happen to see this video, I'm sure you all have your own kind of, I'm sure you all have, things that you would do, so on and so forth, or how you would, how you would react, or, what you would do if you became a millionaire overnight, so on and so forth. This is just what I would do, okay? If let's say hypothetically, I got $1 million overnight, just boom, just out of nowhere. I don't have to, through whatever means, either somebody gives it to me or I win a contest, whatever the case may be.
Just say I won the lottery. That's the easiest fucking example. Let's say I won the lottery and it was $1 million. I'd be like, Christ, you don't have to like goofy fucking, it's not a crazy scenario. You have to dream up to how you could end up with $1 million. You can literally millions of people, not millions of people, but you know what I mean.
Not important how you get it. The thing is that you get it. And personally, I think $1 million. Now, obviously, $1 million is a lot. Like it's a fortune. A lot of people consider $1 million to be their ideal, dollar amount, or the ideal amount of money that one would receive, and they can live out the rest of their lives in luxury without having to worry about anything. But now, especially in this day and age, in this economy, $1 million is, for certain people, $1 million could go like that. I mean, like fairly quickly. I'm not saying immediately, but I'm saying for some people, $1 million probably wouldn't last a year or so. Just again with things in this economy. So let's just say hypothetically, let's just say again for shits and giggles, for argument's sake, let's say I got $10 million. Let's say I got $10 million overnight. Maybe even
okay, $10 million.
Let's just go with $10 million, just for the sake of the video. If I became a millionaire overnight, if I had say $10 million, just by happenstance, what I would do, well, first of all, I would make sure that my family's taken care of. That's the first thing I would do. I would make sure that my parents, obviously, my folks, both my parents were taken care of. Would never have to work, day in their lives, because they do work. I'll make sure that they, my mother's taken care of, my father's taken care of. They would each receive a sum of money. Like, let's say, of the portion of the $10 million they would each, I'll give them each about roughly $2 million, probably each. And I'll make sure also that my siblings are taken care of. You know, they probably get maybe $1 million each, something like that. But again, I'll make sure for certain.
That's like half of your fucking money. Like, you don't really need to give that. I mean, okay, his heart's in the right place, but practically that's kind of dumb. Like, okay, we'll jump into my thing. Like, okay, if I win the thing, like, I'm not going to just like give them a ton of money so that they don't have to do what. I mean, obviously, my dad and my stepmom, yeah, they're in retirement age. Yeah, you pay off all their mortgages, and it's just like a case of, you know, just give them some money. I know he didn't say pay the taxes on. Well, we'll just go with the benefit of the doubt that this is post-tax, so it's $10 million in the clear. You know what I mean? I'll give them the benefit of that. But yeah, I would go and I would, you know, I wouldn't just give my dad a bunch of cash. I would just be like, okay, I'll pay off your mortgage, and then maybe just give him cash. So he doesn't have to worry about it. Well, most people say million after tax. Yeah, well. And like my sister, I would pay off her mortgage. I'm not going to just give her a bunch of money because I know she doesn't want to just do nothing the rest of her life. But I would pay off her mortgage because I think that's a very nice thing to do, because mortgage is one of the most, you know, worst things in terms of a debt that you have to deal with.
That my immediate family is taken care of, and you know, my parents, obviously, and my siblings. I would make sure each of them receives a sum of money to ensure that they were taken care of for the rest of their lives, especially my mother. Like, you know, they would never have to want for anything ever again. You know, that's always been big with me. Like, I always kind of said to myself, if I ever made it big, if I ever received a significant amount of...
Whoa, what was that?
You know, that's always been big with me. Like, I always kind of said to myself, if I ever made it big, if I ever received a significant...
What the fuck? That's like the old school Nexus 1 ringtone. Or, I mean, I know it's gone on different models, but like that was the one that was on my old favorite phone, the Nexus 1. That was the old Android alert tone. I just heard it randomly like throughout my life on various other phones, like just other people's phones, but it's just so weird. I thought something went off on your end at the moment. No, my phone doesn't make that noise anymore.
amount of money.
I need to get a new notification tone. I've had the same one for like a decade. It's in dire need of an upgrade, but I just don't know what to update it to.
I'll make sure that, you know, my family's taken care of. You know, if my grandmother was still living, you know, if both my grandparents, my grandmother and grandfather were still living, I would do the same thing for them. You know, they used to always talk about, you know, my grandparents, my grandmother especially.
Yeah, sorry,
say, you know,
if
we ever got like a big amount of money, like $1 million, you know, I'll give, you know, this amount to such and such, and you know, people, you know, the people who helped us would be taken care of. Your family would be taken care of.
Mine's the one-up theme, not the one-up theme. The it's like the item theme that you get in Zelda, or Legend of Zelda 2. I'll get it.
So that's the big thing for me. Like,
I'm gonna take a short break after this video before we watch the review tech thing, and I'll pull up the video, or I'll get a link to it, so I'll just play it so you know what I'm talking about.
That's the first thing I would do, you know, for sure. You know, that's the big thing I would do. And man, you know, just thinking of my grandparents, you know, it's just, yes, you know, not to get emotional or anything, but yeah, that's definitely something that I would do first and foremost. I would make sure family's taken care of. But then,
yeah, that's good at least.
After that, I would probably take whatever I have left. Like, you know, again, each of my parents get $2 million, and my siblings get $1 million each. So that'll leave me with about roughly $4 million. And so then,
okay.
After that, I'll probably give a portion of it I'll probably make a charitable donation, specifically to an organization, a big organization, or organizations that help and care for foster animals, or, you know, shelter pets and things of that nature. Like, you know, for example, like, you know, the SPCA, for example, for those of you who know what that is. And, you know,
wait. The what?
For example, like, you know, the SPCA, for example, for those of you who know what that is.
What do you mean the ASPCA?
You know, any organization that aids with things like that, because, you know, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for, you know, animals. You know, I don't like seeing animals, especially pets, you know, in any kind of pain or, you know, trauma or anything like that. I always want to, you know, every time I see stuff like that, be it on TV or wherever, just makes my heart ache, because I just don't want to see, you know, animals, you know, be treated poorly or be in bad conditions and stuff like that. So I'll make it like a donation to a big charitable organization to make sure that, you know, they take care of, you know, their shelter pets and make sure they got what they need to live happy.
But I don't think that really exists. I mean, you're probably better off just going to your, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, exiled. But, like, would it make more sense to go to, like, your local organizations and just give them donations opposed to just, like, to the big places? Like, I think it would be better spent going to, like, local shelters and stuff and giving them, like, 5-digit level donations. Right, exactly. Just going to local shelters.
Lives and maybe find a proper home and all that kind of stuff. And that's just always been I've always been since childhood. I've always had a soft spot for animals, just pets.
Yeah, they would
Especially
kill
cats.
for
I'm a big
stuff
cat
like
person,
that.
You guys should know, but any pet, cats, dogs, birds, fish, rodents,
Rodents. Okay.
lizards, hamster, whatever whatever qualifies, whatever you consider a pet. I've always been a big animal person, advocate for animals and animal rights and things like that, because animals are living things too. We share this planet with them, so they should be we shouldn't treat them poorly. But yeah, I'll definitely make a sizable charitable donation to like a big animal rights group or animal rights organization, charity, stuff like that. So that's always been my thing as well. So then after I get that out of the way, I'll pretty much spend the majority of the rest of it on myself.
Oh, this should be
I
good.
would pretty much take the remainder of that, which is a couple million, which is still a pretty damn big sizable amount, and I would pretty much live out the rest of my life in luxury. Like, I wouldn't have to want for anything else.
Bro, you're gonna live out the rest of your life in luxury with what, $3 million? Really? Oh, this should be good.
I could buy whatever I want. I could live wherever I want. I could go out and buy a house, big house in the suburbs. Preferably in like a gated community where I don't have to worry about being fucking bothered by anybody. Maybe
a place on the West Coast, Renton, Washington, gated community.
Secluded area, maybe some secluded house or place out in, some big area, rural area where, there's not a lot of people, where, people don't know where I am, or, not a whole lot of people would know where I am, outside of those I tell, and maybe a mansion, or, a mansion.
Mansion?
Just a basic house, with a gate or whatever, a gate around it, that kind of shit, or like I said, a gated community. And I'll buy whatever place I want, I would buy whatever cars I want, I would have probably 2 or 3 cars on hand. I would travel the world. I would take trips, to places like Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan. Like, that's always been,
I knew he was going to say travel to Japan. I just knew that was on his to-do list.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
A desire of mine for a long time. I mean, I'm an anime fan, and obviously, of course, there are various wrestling promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling and stuff like that. So Japan, like, I've always been very interested in Japanese culture. So I've always wanted to take trips to Japan, like maybe once a year or maybe a couple times a year. It all depends on how I feel, but I'll make it an annual thing. I'll take trips to Japan, maybe trips to places like Canada, maybe the UK, just various spots around the world that I'd be interested in going to. So I just travel the world.
Yeah, it's like going to fucking Canada is like a big deal or like a major thing. I mean, I'm not shitting on Canada, but like he could actually driving to Canada from where he lives, that would not be fun. I mean, I'm not doxing or anything. He lives in fucking Maryland. He lives in Baltimore. He's a huge Ravens fan. That would be like, fuck. That's like a 12-hour drive, probably. Goddamn.
Go where I want. I'd be able to go where I want. Like I said, I never have to work a day in my life with that amount of money. A couple million. I never have to want for anything more. Like,
keyword is a couple.
I would never have to work another day in my life. I'll just do what I want. I'll just go where I want and just. That would be it. I would have no worries, no hassles. Wouldn't have to worry about freaking going to this place or, getting assistance from this place, or wouldn't have to worry about paying the bills on time or worry about what to eat the next day. Or
not have to worry about paying the bills on time. What?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I don't know. I heard that tax collectors don't really like if you don't pay their shit on time.
None of that. All that shit that I've agonized over, that I've gotten basically anxiety over, all the things I've had anxiety over the last better part of my adult life. I never have to worry about any of that again. I pretty much live the rest of my life like worry free. I could, like I said, I'll spend it, how I want. Whatever.
Like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't expect it to veer like this. Like, I didn't expect it to be like just child route. Like, this is shit that you'd expect a child to say, in the sense of like the thing of like, oh, I don't have to worry about anything. It's all the money I need. No more worries for the rest of your days. All that stuff. It's like, no, you can't just live the high life if all you have is $2 million or or even $3 million. Like this idea that he's gonna have multiple houses and cars. It's like, bro, are you nuts? Like, you really think it's gonna go that far?
Feel like I want, I buy anything I want, any game I want, you know, anything I want, you know.
You can't just buy anything you want.
I had thoughts of, you know, possibly starting my own wrestling promotion. Obviously,
oh my god,
wrestling promotion, like an independent promotion, because I've always thought about that. You know, here, obviously, set here around this area, because I mean, there are a few wrestling promotions, indie wrestling promotions in the state of Maryland, but not anywhere near this area. So, you know, it would definitely be like a first, you know, here in this, you know, central Maryland, south of Baltimore. So, I had thoughts of starting my own wrestling promotion. You know, make a local thing. We would do shows.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Like that. We might travel to various spots around the state. You know, and you know, I'll try to get, you know, I'll try to sign, you know, book, like, you know, I'll try to get some big names. If not, you know, guys who are free agents for the most part, guys who are local, you know, local wrestlers, local towns. Maybe get some bigger names, you know, like the Hardys or other, you know, others who have cut their teeth. And
oh my god, you want to get the fucking Hardys to wrestle for you? Like, bro, have you seen them lately? My god. I'm sure the audience know what I'm talking about, but like the Hardys, they're well in the twilight of their years. Like they got 1-2 years like left in them at most. They have been through a lot, and it shows in how they wrestle now. Yeah, exactly, Salon. And a ton of people, well, not a ton, but a good number of people have lost a bunch of money by starting their own wrestling promotion.
Maryland and stuff like that, and you know, I would have fun with it. You know, I would enjoy myself, and I think a lot of people would appreciate there being a wrestling promotion here in this area. I do think there are people who appreciate that, who would like that. So I would make that a reality. I was thinking of starting like my own, starting my own business where I would sell basically anime merchandise. You know, because there's not.
Okay,
that's
you got,
cool. Nowadays, you got like Crunchyroll, you got like
it's bad on me.
I'm not talking like online. I'm not talking like streaming. I'm talking like a physical store where you can buy anime merchandise, like anime DVDs, posters, manga, shit like that. Because there aren't a whole lot of places here in the States that are. I don't think there's like any store here in the States that's like truly dedicated to selling anime merchandise. It's basically, if it is, it's online. You have to, you know, it's mostly online stores and stuff like that. Like I said, Crunchyroll, Funimation, when it was a thing. There was a business called Right Stuff that was based up in, I think, Iowa, that used to like, you know, distribute anime stuff, which I used to be like.
Is this guy stupid? Oh, goofy question. Like, what do you mean there's no anime stores? Like, bro, you just aren't looking hard enough. Like, bro, I'm almost positive you could find some dedicated anime stores in your area. Like, come on. That's barely raking, but no, that's cool, Salon.
Before, but then that got absorbed into Crunchyroll. So, but yeah, I would like make a kind of a local business, and if it got big enough, I would make it like a regional or even a national kind of chain thing, where, you know, I would sell again anime merchandise, anime, various products, you know, especially obviously the more popular series, but also, you know, the lesser known titles as well, you know, so people can kind of experience what.
Like, fucking local anime stores are like a dime a dozen. I'm not saying they're like fast food restaurants, but like, I refuse to believe there's not one within driving distance of where he lives, or even like a decent bus ride.
Some of these other titles are about, you know, again, anime, DVDs, manga.
Okay, like, I'm not going to bother looking where. Give me a sec here.
Light novels, posters, you know, trading cards, T-shirts, you know, various other, again, various, you know, anything and everything like it relates to anime merchandise. I would sell at this store, at this chain that I was thinking of, this you know, this business that I was thinking about starting when it comes to that. So I had a few ideas about that, you know. I think about stuff like this from time to time, but I would start that in addition to my own wrestling promotion, in addition to my own local wrestling promotion. And, you know, we would see how that goes. I will see how that goes. Outside of that, like I said, you know, whatever is left, like I said, I'll just live off of that. You know, I'd never have any worries. I could just live. I never have to want for anything. I never have to go out anywhere outside of, you know, when I want to go out. Like I said, when I want to travel, you know, when I want to travel the world, or, you know, again, take trips around the world, stuff like that. Outside of that, I'll pretty much, you know, again, live out the rest of my life more or less in luxury, and live out the rest of my life in seclusion. You know, I never have to go out anywhere, because, you know, we're in the day and age of course.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pull up Google Maps on this, because I don't know if it's going to fuck up the location thing and give away, like, accidentally dox myself. But, like, hold on. like again, I don't know exactly where he lives. I mean, I could look it up, but I just don't want to for obvious reasons. Like, I just put in South. He said he's in like southern Baltimore, so I just put in South Baltimore, and I put in anime stores, and like even if you just go by there, there's one like okay, 2 miles, 2.5 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles, 15 miles. Like, just point being, if you want to see for yourself, just do South Baltimore and then search for anime store. There's like a dozen results. I refuse to believe that he's not near anything. There's even a fucking box lunch in there, for crying out loud. Level Up Games. Cosmic Comics. Yeah, there's all kinds of
internet
shit.
and things, online stuff, you know, where you can pretty much order whatever you want and have it shipped to you. So I would never have to go out ever again. You know, I could pretty much stay, you know, in one spot. I could pretty much stay in, you know, whatever area I lived in. I wouldn't have to go out ever again. You know, I could pretty much live the rest of my life in seclusion, which I would do. Outside of, like I said, you know, the occasional wrestling show, or if I went to an anime convention, like I went to Otaku last weekend, you know, maybe, again, you know, when I take trips around the world, or, you know, when I, you know, whenever I just feel like I want to go out. But outside of that, I'll pretty much live in seclusion, you know, and that's where I would remain for the remainder of my days, and I'll never have to worry about anything else, you know, for the rest of my life, you know, and that's pretty much what I would do if I became a millionaire overnight. And
He truly does sound like a child.
again, you just think about
Jesus,
stuff like that.
bro.
You just kind of
Get a fucking tissue.
You just have visions, you have dreams about, you know, things like that. And I know, you know, obviously I'm not deluded enough to think that that's a real possibility. I understand that. But again, it's nice to think. It's nice to dream about things like that, you know. Because I know that at this stage of the game, you know, at my age, and just, again, the way this economy is, the way this
My age, aren't you like 28?
Things like that, for somebody like me, is not a possibility. It's just not, you know. It's just not. It's not a matter of, you know, being lazy, or it's not a matter of, you know, not wanting it bad enough. It's a matter of you just can't, like, it's like this economy and the way
Does he not know the lottery exists?
The way businesses are, you just can't, you know, get to that level, at least not by yourself. It's just like, it's just not possible, you know. It's just not possible, you know. There's a quote from a series, you know, Full Metal. For those of you who ever watched the anime Full Metal Alchemist, there was a quote from one of the main antagonists in the original Full Metal Alchemist that I always think about when it comes to things like this. And basically, it's you know, people can work their entire lives and still end up dying in poverty, while others are born into wealth and they never have to work a day at all. And that quote really kind of really sticks with me, because when you think about
really
how this world is and how the economy of society is, it's the truth. You know, there are people who work every day.
How profound.
For the majority of their lives, and they still really have nothing to show for it, because, you know, they're stuck. You know, they're stuck in one spot, or they're stuck in one job.
That might be one of the most like fucking nothing burger quotes I've ever heard in my life, or at least ones that are presented as being profound, and then you hear it and you're like, wait, what?
They're stuck in one area, and they never see any opportunity for career growth or anything. They work their entire lives, and they pretty much stay in the same spot their entire lives. Whereas other people are born into rich families, and they have wealth. You know, they're born with wealth, or, you know, they come from families with wealth, and they never have to work for anything. You know, it's just that's the reality of this world. That's the reality of it. You know, and it's when you think about stuff like that, it's just like, it's very, very eye opening. It's very telling. It can be depressing, you know, at times too. You know, just to think about that, but that's why, you know, people like me, we turn to, you know, various you know, hobbies, you know, escapes, if you will, escapes from reality, if you will, like, again, anime,
yeah, that's
wrestling,
a better
things
one,
like that, for me anyway, and gaming too. But yeah, thinking about, like, what would happen if you suddenly became rich overnight, or you got $1 million or whatever it is overnight. It's nice to think about, even knowing that it's just, you probably will never see money like that in your lifetime. It's just nice to think about, you know. It's just nice to think about, and that's kind of where the idea for this video came from. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed this little impromptu, random video that I put together here. And so yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for that. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly hope you enjoyed this. But if you did, be sure
I
to
enjoyed it.
Comment, give your thoughts on anything. What would you do? Just let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support. You can get more content to come soon. But that's going to do it for me for tonight. So thanks for watching again. Until next time, Rest of the Otaku. I'm out for now. See you guys later. Peace.
Hold on a sec. Okay, so that was my... How ironic we're about to jump into a review tech thing, and my kid comes and needs me for something. But unlike him, I will actually step away to go deal with that. I was going to step away anyways. So, anyways, I'll be right back, and then we'll get to the main event. The fuck did I just double click? Oops. We'll get into this mess, but I'll be right back, folks.
Can you see the sun is shining on me? It makes me feel so free, so alive. It makes me want to survive. And the sky, it makes me feel so high. The bad times pass me by, 'cause today it's gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again. The sunshine. Without you, there's nothing for me to do. Can you feel the sunshine too? It's coming through. It makes me feel brand new. When you're here, I wish you were always near. 'Cause everything's so clear. And today, it's gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again. When the sun goes down, I feel like I am waiting for another day when the clouds go away. Can you feel it? Ooh. Can you feel it? Oh. Can you feel it? Oh. Can you feel it? Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to help the kids. They're making a little snack for themselves. Air fryer, sourdough, pizza. Okay, here we go, folks. Now, I'm around Rich's age, sadly. And apparently this is like his experience with video games growing up. So we'll see. I'll see how it relates to my own. So professional. I did see like the first. I didn't even know this was a thing. I only found out about this because recently I've been binging on Kino Casino, just covering Rich and shitting on him and stuff. And they watched not all of it. They only watched like 60 or 90 seconds of it, and I was like, okay, this is something I got to take a look at some point. And here we are.
Ban Amber Heard's turd, please.
Try to relax your anus. It's time to talk about my man history. Man history.
Keep your family apart. Does your dog fall asleep at the very start? Then turn off the TV. And here's what you will see when
Man history.
a game from Atari. Have you played Atari?
These cutscenes are so fucking bad. This is bad. I know.
With an Atari game, a flick of the switch turns your TV set into a playground and your family room into a family room.
Have you played Atari today?
You know what the fucked up thing is? I'm almost positive, although I don't know exactly when he made it. Well, no, so I can't pull it off now. But like, there's a thing, the Atari collection, which is more like it's really more like an interactive Atari museum than it is like a game collection. I mean, there's games in it, but there's a whole bunch of information. There's interviews and there's old commercials. And I'm willing to bet money that this commercial is on it, but they have like the originals, like high quality, like scans and things like that. So like, if he really wanted to, he could have gotten a much better version of this commercial.
That's my ass! Hi everybody, my name is Rich of Review Tech USA. I'm 42 years old. I still play video games, and I'm oldish.
But I look like I'm fucking 52. Like, I cannot believe that this guy is only 12 months older than me. Like, I know obviously it's hard to do a comparison because I wear a mask and shit, but like, trust me, I do not look this bad. I don't look great, but no one's good. No one's walking into me and thinking that I'm older than half century old.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Now this is going to be an interesting video because it's not just going to be about my history with video games. I've talked about that before and filed that under who gives a crap kind of. But my age bracket is an interesting one because
Why?
I wasn't there for the very inception of video games like Magnavox Odyssey days.
Magnavox presents Odyssey, the electronic game of the future. Odyssey easily attaches to any brand TV, black and white or color, to create a closed-circuit electronic playground. Odyssey gives you all the exciting action of hockey and 11 other challenging play and learning games for the entire family. Odyssey, a new dimension for your television, now at your Magnavox dealer. He's listed in the yellow pages.
But I was...
It's listed in the yellow pages. Christ. God, how weird must it have been? It's like, oh, let's get that Odyssey. Well, we need to look in the yellow pages for our local Magnavox dealer. Imagine going through that process while you're watching Netflix on YouTube. Yeah, exactly.
I was young enough at the time, where I was born at a time when video games were just, it was a fledgling market. So I grew up with games and saw the ups and downs and saw the industry evolve and change. And that's why I thought this video would be a good one to make, because my story kind of ties in with the industry, if that makes sense, which I think it does. So
it really doesn't.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
By the way, Netflix quality. It doesn't even break the 40-minute barrier. Although that might be for the best.
My first lucid memory.
Oh yeah, we are coming up to the end of the time for the goal. So if we get 3 more, then we'll go into overtime and watch some DSP stuff.
With gaming was...
And if not, we'll just watch it tomorrow, to be fully transparent.
Going with my dad to whatever toy shop we went to. We lived in Pelham, New York at the time. And this was after the video game crash. I believe it was 1984. I would have to check with my dad, but he probably wouldn't know either because it was such a long time ago. And after the crash...
Ugh. Such good high quality.
For a while, basically, until the NES came on the scene.
Wait, hold on. Start over?
And after the crash, for a while, basically, until the NES came on the scene, when it came to console gaming in the States, you couldn't give away consoles after the crash.
My mother's very proud.
I mean, you had bargain bins of...
Like, if you're watching a retro thing, who would know who that is and what that joke is? It's Tommy Tallarico and the failed Amico Vision. Or Television Amico, whatever. Like, and that was something that he was simping for a while until it became undeniable that it was just a massive scam. But he was backing it and like shitting on, like he went after Pat the NES punk, even though he was one of the first ones. I'm not trying to defend Pat or like glaze him. I'm just stating facts. Like, Pat was one of the first ones who said like, hey, this is fucked. And he was one of the people who was saying like, oh no, it's fine, it'll be good. And then Pat was proven right and he had to go and he just acted like, oh yeah, like completely not acknowledging that he was glazing it for so long.
Of games and ColecoVisions and other hardware, because everyone thought gaming was over. Everyone thought it was a gimmick. So my dad, who was having a business meeting with one of his partners, we were driving by this shop and he picked up, it was I guess it was a used ColecoVision.
If you own ColecoVision, you already own a powerful state-of-the-art computer that gives you the arcade experience with the newest arcade games like Donkey Kong Jr., Looping, Pepper 2, Time Pilot, Mr. Do, Space Fury, Frontline, arcade controls like Turbo, the Roller Controller, and new Super Action Sports. And soon you'll plug in Atom, the revolutionary ColecoVision family computer module with new super games, keyboard, and printer. ColecoVision.
Could you imagine, like, God, imagine throwing all that money down to get the ColecoVision and all those accessories, and then like 2 years or whatever it was later, it just fucking dies out.
The only system you'll ever need.
Because I remember vividly, it was in, like, they shrink wrapped it. It wasn't in the original box, and it came with a copy of Donkey Kong. And I just remember being enamored with it. I also remember playing a game on the ColecoVision called, it was by Taito, called Frontline. Man, the ColecoVision, it actually had a controller pretty much like this. Kind of like the Intellivision Amico was going to have too.
My mother's very proud.
At least in shape. And it had the numbered keypad. That was a thing back in the 80s. And it had zero ergonomics, but I still absolutely love playing games on there. Also, another memory that I have too is with the Atari 2600, but I remember going back and forth between the Coleco and the 2600. And shout out to my dad. He was pirating games before people knew what the hell piracy really was. He actually had a cart that he made where it had a slot on it that you could actually, what he would do is copy the ROMs from Atari games. And he would make a duplicate chip, and he made a cartridge where you could slot in these chips that he would copy from the original game, the ROM, and he had a whole bunch of pirated games.
What? How? Like, I'm not saying what he's describing was impossible. How the fuck did his dad come up with that? Or, like, find that? Like, who, like, when you're saying like pirating, I thought it was like, yeah, obviously pirating is a thing back there. It's like for like discs and cassettes. Who the fuck was pirating Atari 2600 or Coleco, whatever, back in the day? Like, what a crazy story.
on these different chips. And I remember playing the Atari 2600. I remember playing Pitfall. It was one of the pirated games that we had. There was plenty of others too, but that was my beginning with gaming, playing pirated games. My dad was pirating back in the 80s. So, oops.
You blew it. Capiche?
But what really cemented my love for games was Christmas of 1986. And that is when I got a Nintendo Entertainment System. Or back in the 80s and 90s, you just called the NES the Nintendo.
Will you be the one to...
I got mine in, I think it was 87. I think it was 87. I didn't get it one in 86. I'm pretty sure I got mine in 87. And before that, I had the 2600. I don't know how we got the 2600, to be honest. Like, it just like seemed to appear one day. That's my only memory. But I specifically remember either Christmas 87 or 88. I think it was 87, getting the Nintendo for me and my sister getting that.
Witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System, the one to play with Rob, the extraordinary video robot.
Right, like by the version we got, by the time we got it, Rob was fucking out of the picture. We just got the standard 2-controller Mario Brothers or Super Mario Duck Hunt combo with the light gun.
Batteries not included. He helps you tackle even the toughest challenge. Will you be the first to raise the incredibly accurate Zapper and play games like Duck Hunt or action-packed Hogan's Alley and high-flying Kung Fu, each sold separately? Will you be the one to experience the Nintendo Entertainment System? Comes with Rob, Zapper, Control Deck, 2 controllers, Gyromite, and Duck Hunt.
Now, that Christmas, I got 2 big gifts. The Nintendo Entertainment System, that was the Rob the Robot bundle. Yeah, that's how long we're going back. And my Zapper was gray.
Yeah, okay? I had the gray one too.
So that's how OG it was, and that's how old I am. And I also got the doll that sang. It actually had a cassette deck in it that was like bleeding edge tech for a doll to have, called Teddy Ruxpin.
Show and tell time. Another teddy bear?
How is this relevant?
His name is Teddy Ruxpin. He talks, he tells stories,
Four batteries not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Yeah.
I really enjoy talking to people. I would like you.
Teddy Ruxpin, the story.
Like, I can understand having the commercials of like the game things he's talking about, but this is just fucking.
Storytelling bear comes with illustrated book and cassette from Worlds of Wonder.
And the tape would have audio, and it also had something on there that would make the mouth move. Needless to say, I got 2 of them. They were broken. I lost interest in 5 minutes and became obsessed with the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not really Rob the Robot, though. I used to actually play Gyromite by just having 2 NES controllers. I was Rob the Robot and was fat with a mullet.
Girls.
Is that what he used to look like, or is that just a generic picture?
System revitalized the industry. It essentially saved console gaming in the States. And in my opinion, even though the crash of 1983 with gaming was a United States thing and a console thing, I really think Nintendo being successful in the States reverberated throughout the world and really helped the gaming industry evolve. So now you have the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was a huge step up from the Atari 2600 and even the Coleco.
I'm not gonna.
Well, I would fucking hope so. I mean, when the fuck did the VCS come out? Like 77? And the other thing was like 5 years later.
Put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
I was about to say the Coleco Chameleon. And it was a big step up from the ColecoVision as well. And I remember that Christmas getting games like Kung Fu, which I absolutely loved, and Mario Brothers Balloon Fight was fantastic. I had for the NES. I just couldn't get enough of it. And Nintendo on the industry side proved that, yeah, people want consoles. There's an ease of use to just putting a cartridge in a piece of hardware and the game just playing. Now, during the
Hold on, start over. What?
People want consoles. On the industry side, prove that, yeah, people want consoles. There's an ease of use to just putting a cartridge in a piece of hardware and the game just playing. Now, during this time,
he acts like this was a revolutionary thing that Nintendo did, even though that was fucking consoles back to the fucking Channel F. For Christ's sake. Like, he acts like, oh, Nintendo revolutionized the idea of just plug it in, it works. Like, what?
What? Period, really, Nintendo in a way had a monopoly on the market. There was the Sega Master System that was a competitor, but Nintendo was top dog, and everyone kind of thought about the Nintendo Entertainment System as this permanent piece of hardware. That's really my point with this. And there was an interesting clip I'm going to show now where a lot of people didn't understand generations.
Our video game industry is hotter than ever this season, and one good reason, Nintendo has introduced some hot new toys. But have things gone a bit too far? This evening, Ken Shockney wraps up a special report on Video Mania.
Does this really have to cost this much? Where should the anger be directed? Not at the parents, but at the manufacturer.
So it has come to this. Therapy sessions for families whom you could call Nintendependent.
First of all, the peer...
Nintendependent? Oh my god. That is a fucking new one. Never heard that one before.
Pressure starts. I feel maybe exploited.
Psychologists' offices might get more crowded this holiday season. Just in time for Christmas, the Japanese toy maker Nintendo has come out with a new set of electronic video games.
Cents, Casper.
At $200, a Super Nintendo setup costs twice as much as the old system, and you can't mix and match. Some parents are refusing to be taken in.
I'm going to say no, and I'm going to explain to him how people market things to make you spend more money.
Nintendo controls 80% of the video market. Though some...
Whoa, what'd that say?
Spend more money.
Well, look at that. It's a different title screen. I've never seen that one before. Okay, well, you just... I'm not complaining. Thanks, Casper. I should have just said if you hit a certain dollar amount, it'll be fine. But thank you. Thanks to Casper, we have to go into overtime. Have you ever seen a thing like this? Super Mario Bros. 4 on the top right? Yeah, I've never seen that. Like, how the fuck did they get this? Is there any version that looks like this? I'm not aware of it. And I love Super Mario World. It's probably my favorite Mario game of all time.
Nintendo controls 80% of the video market, though some game players prefer the pictures of its competitor Sega.
Yeah, I was
but
about
no
to say,
matter
what
how
about the
you
Genesis?
play the game, or which game you play, things definitely have come a long way since Pac-Man. Ken Shocknick, Channel 4 News.
Now, look, we had the Atari 2600. They had, remember the 5200? That should have had a zip code.
Just look at it. Look at how huge this beast is. It's ginormous. And why is there a door on it? Is this a...
I actually saw one of those in the wild one time. I was like a flea market, and someone had one of those for sale. And that thing is really goddamn big. I just remember looking at this thinking, like, fuck. I mean, obviously, and we've all seen the AVGN video. But yeah, those things were massive. And speaking of, like, old consoles, I actually just got myself a fucking... I think I've said this on stream recently. I got myself a VIC-20, the console, or rather the computer that came out. It was the precursor to the Commodore 64. Came out in like 1980. I went to Staples and some old woman was like, because you can recycle electronics there, had a whole bunch of shit that she was like donating or giving away. There was like a computer, some monitors. There's a web TV. Remember web TV? My grandmother actually had one of those, but I saw the box, the VIC-20. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen one of those in the wild before. Like, the only VIC-20 I'd ever seen was on one of AVGN's videos. And I'm like, hey, are you donating that? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, do you want it? No. Like, can I have it? She's like, yeah, sure. And I made sure. And I have a fucking VIC-20 in my living room right now.
Video game console or a closet?
And yes, companies were already making more powerful hardware, like kind of generational upgrades. But Nintendo and Sega were the first mainstream companies, especially Nintendo. The Master System didn't really do anything in the States. But the Sega Genesis says hello.
What's the hottest 16-bit video game system with true arcade games, great graphics, real challenge, stereo sound, and the hottest library too, with games like Altered Beast, Golden Axe, Super Hang-On, Forgotten World, Space Harrier 2, Revenge of Shinobi, Tommy Lasorda Baseball, Buxton, Last Battle, Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf, Super Thunderblade, Zoom, Thunder Force 2, Ghouls and Ghosts, Mystic Defender, Rambo 3, and more. Genesis from Sega. Genesis, the new generation in video games.
Where they were saying, look, this piece of hardware that you have is something that's going to become dated. It's not like your CD player. It's not like your VCR. It's something where the technology is constantly evolving and changing. And when you saw the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, you realized that the companies were right. Parents hated it because it meant they had to spend more money. But yeah, the technology kept moving and moving. The Nintendo hardware and the Sega Master System hardware got more dated, and as the software evolved and hardware evolved, the older consoles couldn't handle what developers wanted to do. And when you...
Unless you were in Brazil, but that's a whole other thing. The crazy history of the Sega Master System, and I guess also the Genesis in Brazil.
You saw how capable the next-gen consoles were. I will never forget seeing Revenge of Shinobi's intro for the first time.
This is a classic fucking intro. I've actually played this on stream a few times. I believe I played this to completion on one of my old streams.
You see that compared to the NES and Sega Master System. I almost crapped my pants when I saw it. And yes, again, I did have a mullet. Breastfeeded. But it was interesting at the time. The companies knew that they had to sell on horsepower, or they thought that the consumer wanted to be sold on horsepower. If you really think about it, look at the marketing back then. 16-bit. The original Sega Genesis, the Model 1, I actually have one right over there. Why don't I go get it? Why am I being a fat, lazy bastard? I'll be right back.
We looked at the logs.
Shout out to DK Oldies, who knew they were sending me one and send me the cleanest Sega Genesis possible because they knew a YouTuber was going to get one.
Is DK Oldies a scam? No.
But look at the flex here. It was about processing power, and this was the marketing gimmick. 16-bit with the Sega Genesis. This is the Model 1 with the headphone jack. Then you go look
Wait a minute. Whoa. That's... Unless I'm it's supposed to say, like, on the top here, it's supposed to say high definition graphics and sound. I'm almost positive. Hold on a second. Sorry. Come on. Fucking asshole. Or am I just hallucinating that? I could have sworn they used to say high definition video and sound on them. Okay, I guess I'm just hallucinating. Excuse me.
Processing power. And this was the marketing gimmick. 16-bit with the Sega Genesis. This is the Model 1 with the headphone jack. Then you go look at the TurboGrafx 16, which in Japan was called the PC Engine. Totally different name. But again, it included 16-bit because everyone knew the older consoles' processors were 8-bit processors. The Z80 was in the Sega Master System. The Nintendo Entertainment System had the 6502 processor. So virtually all the consumers, or 98% of them, had no idea what bits were, but they did know 16 is a bigger number than 8. And then you would see commercials from NEC for the TurboGrafx 16, showing China Warrior.
Charged games like China Warrior. Compare it to Nintendo's Kung Fu. Can you spot the difference? TurboGrafx 16 has 16-bit graphics that make characters up to 32 times bigger and almost 10 times as many colors. Turbo Action, Turbo Sound, TurboGrafx 16, the higher energy video game system. TurboGrafx 16 video game system is available at these stores.
You would see commercials for the Super Nintendo or the SNES showing Super Mario World and how many colors they can have on screen. And then you would see from Sega showing before the Super Nintendo was out what the Sega Genesis was capable of. So now we're at a point, and this is the point I'm trying to make, where the consumer has become adjusted, I guess you could say is the right word, to generation.
What's that?
I'm kind of surprised he didn't bring up the fact that the TurboGrafx 16 wasn't actually 16-bit. Like, it was just called 16. It had a really powerful 8-bit processor, but it was not 16-bit. I vaguely remember this ad.
Optic nerve, this
Oh, yeah, it's the sphincter.
What's going on down there?
The eardrum's going up! Go get help!
We're having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, having a breakdown, we're having a breakdown, having a breakdown.
What else can go wrong?
Yeah, here's the sphincter.
Surgeons and Ats on line 2. It's the sphincter.
What is going on upstairs?
They knew about every 5 years there was going to be a new piece of hardware because technology evolves, so the hardware has to evolve. So after we went from the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, we went on to the next generation, which would be considered the 5th generation of consoles, where Sony entered the race with the PlayStation 1.
Oh god, I remember these ads. I've played this on stream more times than I can count. The Ballerina Toshin then.
Guess not.
And it was at this point, if you really think about it, what's interesting is I have this huge outline here and I'm not even going by it. I'm just...
Really, you could have fooled me.
Babbling and it's working.
Congratulations.
Okay, endure. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
We were beginning to see where hardware was becoming more than just gaming, where the industry was evolving. Two things happened during the 5th generation. One was that your Sega Saturn, which bombed, and your Sony PlayStation were also capable of playing CDs. They were becoming multimedia devices, which in turn was basically the beginning of the evolution, or we were evolving into what hardware and gaming is becoming now, where you could have devices that do more than one thing. And also during
it, did he forget that the fucking Turbo Duo or the Sega CD was a thing? Like, what are we doing here, bro?
This generation, another very interesting thing happened. People started to download MP3s.
Winamp. It really whips the
I had
lawman's
Winamp.
ass.
I remember.
Anyone else here have Winamp, like OG Winamp?
Remember the first MP3 I downloaded was on a Pentium 1 that was running at a blazing fast 60 megahertz, and it was a Castlevania Symphony of the Night song, and this was the song that I downloaded via MP3. But it wasn't just about, oh my god, now we could just...
I didn't even know Pentiums went as low as 60. I thought 66 megahertz was the minimum. Well, whatever. Can you play music as a I don't know. I bet that is one of the most fucked up things that the PS5 can't play. Honestly, the most fucked up thing is that the PS5 cannot natively play PS1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay, it can play 4. And 3, I'll give it a pass. But there's no excuse for not being able to play 2 and 1 natively.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Download songs. It was showing what the internet was capable of. I downloaded that over.
How is this relevant?
For a 28.8 kbps, I think that's the data transfer rate, dial-up modem. And it was showing not just with music how it was going to be distributed digitally and people weren't going to buy it physically anymore. It was showing how just anything we consume is just going to be purchased or leased or rented or subscription service, and everything's going to be downloaded or streamed digitally. And it was
how is this? Wait, what?
Beginning back then. Now let's step into
what the fuck are you talking about? Beginning back then on the PlayStation era, bro. That was 1996. Like, not even 10% of the United States households had regular internet access. What the fuck are you talking about?
The 7th generation of consoles.
Hello, and my name is Kim.
Oh, this is what everyone was talking about. He fucking skipped the entire 6th generation of consoles. He literally skipped, like, I knew he did this, but I didn't know, like, how it manifested itself. But my God, like, to skip the 6th gen, like, we can all debate which generation is like the most important or most significant, but there's no debate that the 6th generation, which by that the PS2, the GameCube, the Dreamcast, and the original Xbox, it's in the top 3. Whoever's number 1, who knows? But it's still in the top fucking 3. It's up there. I mean, for fuck's sake, let's see. We'll do a quick rundown. You had the Dreamcast, Sega bowing out of the market, but not before it doing very revolutionary things with being the first internet capable console. All the stuff still beloved, all those things. Sony, the PS2 being the best-selling console ever and really pushing DVD. I mean, we all have that person who had a PS2, but it wasn't really a gaming machine. They mainly used it as a DVD player because they were so cheap compared to DVD players. Like, to get a standalone DVD player would often be as expensive, if not more. So it just made sense to get the PS2, which not only was cheaper, but also was a game console. You could do other shit with it too. And you had the GameCube, which was the start of, or the second kind of stumble for Nintendo. And lo and behold, Microsoft, a brand new player into the gaming market. And he just completely skipped it. My God. That is fucking crazy. Yeah, SNK, like, he completely brushed over that. Well, he did talk about the TurboGrafx 16 briefly. A little bit earlier. But yeah, it was just kind of touched upon. But, like, God.
I'm here to start you on a journey into the future of entertainment. It's a future where I am always at the center of a world of experiences that include my games and my friends. That future starts right here, right now.
Be great if it red ringed on the stage.
This is my Xbox 360. It's here and it's on.
And that, what I just talked about, evolved even more with your PlayStation 3, especially throughout the generation, with your 360, especially throughout the generation. They weren't just simply devices that played games where you popped a disc in. Sony was flexing with the PlayStation 3 that not only were you getting the most powerful gaming console of the generation, you were also getting the most affordable, in the beginning, Blu-ray player. So the PlayStation 3 was meant from inception. They thought they were going to have the same thing happen with the PlayStation 2. A lot of people bought the PlayStation 2 just to play DVDs on it. They thought the same thing was going to happen with the PlayStation 3 with Blu-ray. Blu-ray did win out, but it wasn't, it didn't take...
Win out against what? You didn't even fucking wait. Hold on.
Over like DVD did, because at this time, leading into what I'm really getting into here, people were moving on to downloading and streaming music even back then. So Blu-ray never had the same impact. But getting back to the,
they said he didn't list, or he didn't say who or what Blu-ray was competing against. God.
Hardware, your PS3, your 360, even the Wii. The Wii had Netflix on it. They were becoming devices that weren't just simply consoles. They were entertainment media hubs and basically PCs. Now, what's funny is this is actually the 7th generation, I mean to say, was the generation that actually got me back into gaming in my late 20s. I remember getting a tax return from... I was working a relatively new job, or very new job, and I'm like, you know what? I saw the commercial for Gears of War. You remember that commercial? I can't really play it here. The music's copyrighted, or maybe I will, and I'll put my own music over it.
Oh no. Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, Exiled. I was in college, and I think it was 2001, and we were in like this business, like it was like a tech business class, and we had to do presentations about like, there was a whole bunch of subjects. One of them was about video games. My team didn't get it, but I remember this other team got it, and they were doing a report, and they were talking about like, did a presentation about like the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and the GameCube. And like, I don't remember all the specifics, but the thing I remember, because I was biting my tongue watching this, basically, excuse me, they made the conclusion that of all the consoles, so the GameCube, PS2, and the Xbox, the one that was going to be the most successful was the Xbox. And their logic was that because it had the most powerful hardware and the most like internet capabilities, but just basically that because it could do more, that it was going to win the war that generation. And I remember I was in like I don't think I was even 20 yet, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, these guys are stupid. Like, yeah, on the surface level that makes sense, but it's like, okay, you think the console, that the brand new one that has a bunch of unproven shit, is going to beat out the other console, which is the 2nd generation one from Sony, that has a built-in free DVD player and has already a massive fan base, and is literally the console that killed the Dreamcast. I mean, let's face it, that essentially, I mean, okay, there's more factors, but basically part of the reason why the Dreamcast died was because people like me, we just waited for the PS2 because it was the new version of PlayStation hardware and could play DVDs out of the box. If you remember, and I don't know why the fuck they thought this was a good idea, the Xbox, you had to pay extra. You had to get like the fucking like chip thing, or it's not a chip, it's like a thing you plugged into one of the ports. It was like the remote, but you had to pay extra to get DVD. And I was just watching, I was like, these people are so stupid. Like, sorry, that just when you say university project, that's just what it thought me of, excuse me, reminded me of. Well, it was, well, yeah, I mean, Sega was doing okay, like they were doing great in Japan, and internationally, they were doing decent. It was just they were getting hammered in America, and then it just eventually everything just kept falling down. This is awful, by the way, this music. Yeah, I'm sorry.
went out and bought that 360, and I bought Gears of War, and I remember
that was one of the
first
selling points.
time
I have to admit, that was
HD.
what the fuck? What this pause? This was one of the selling points of me for getting the 360. I didn't get the 360 at launch. I waited because my plan was to just get a powerful gaming PC and then get a Wii. So basically the PC would do all my console or, you know, my standard hardcore gaming shit, and then the Wii would do like all the motion stuff, like everything, and also play Nintendo things. But eventually I just broke down and I ended up getting the 360 and then the PS3. But I got the 360 when the Elite came out, and I waited on the PS3 until the Metal Gear Solid 4 bundle came out, when it came bundled with the 80 gig version.
Game, and I almost crapped my pants. And another thing I did, seeing the all digital future that we're going into, I bought Martin Scorsese's The Departed and downloaded it to the Xbox 360 hard drive and watched it. This is in 2007. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, and this was a huge thing about the 7th generation, I'm glad I remembered to talk about it, is this is when DLC and downloading games became not the norm, but started to become a regular thing. Now, I remember on the Xbox Live Arcade downloading Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it was a big deal because Xbox Live Arcade at the time had a size limit, and they actually had to take out some things in terms of like cutscenes and compress the audio more to get Castlevania Symphony of the Night to be able to be downloaded on Xbox Live Arcade. But it was a big deal.
I did not know that. I've actually learned something today. I mean, I knew that there were size limits on the Xbox Arcade or Live Arcade, whatever, but I didn't realize that they had to compromise some of the stuff for Symphony of the Night.
And thinking back on that now, it was like the moment when I downloaded an MP3 during the 5th generation of consoles on my PC. I started to see where we were going in the future when I downloaded Castlevania. Now, this started in the 6th generation, but it really ramped up during the 7th generation. If you remember with the original Xbox, that's when Microsoft introduced Xbox Live.
I remember this ad. Yeah, the guy gets married.
Xbox Live. It's good to play together.
The original Halo, I remember going to LAN parties with my friends after work, which were awesome, did not have Xbox Live. You could only play local multiplayer. Halo 2, because Xbox...
No. You're wrong, pal. I mean, you couldn't play Halo on Xbox Live. The original you couldn't, but you could definitely play online using GameSpy or XB Connect. So, no, you're fucking... full of shit there, Rich.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Xbox Live became a thing, actually had online multiplayer.
No enemy has ever withstood our might. I need a weapon.
I remember this ad too.
Rated M for mature.
And that's another thing we saw begin to happen. And it's interesting in the beginning how it's just like, wow, this is so... Like, I couldn't wrap my mind playing SOCOM 2 on the PlayStation 2 that I'm playing with people that could be on the other side of the world. I mean, now it's like, okay, Rich, what's the big deal? But back then, back in the early 2000s, that was something that just blew your mind. I remember playing...
Well, okay, maybe on a console, but like fucking, like playing games online had been around for a good amount of time before that. I remember playing Conquest by Fidel and Jay's back. It's also legendary to hear back then.
Lord of the Rings Return of the King, which had online co-op with some kid, and he told me that I sucked. That's a true story. I'm like,
I can
man,
believe it.
The internet's awesome. Online gaming is awesome. Lord, if I only knew what I was in store for.
Flashback.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Now getting back to the 7th generation, especially with Call of Duty,
embarrassing.
Halo. That's when Halo was in its prime with Halo 3. Online gaming.
Halo 2 will still forever be my favorite. I'm sorry.
Especially on the 360. Sony was still playing catch-up. The nice thing about the PS3 at that time was you didn't have to pay to play online. That was their selling point. That changed with the 8th generation with the PS4.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Yeah, remember this?
Thanks.
But back then, you could play games online on the PS3 and you didn't have to pay to do it. But it was during the 7th generation that online gaming became huge, and companies saw that there was an opportunity there. Hey, you could buy a new map pack for Call of Duty, or Halo, or other accessories. John Riccatello, it was during this generation with Battlefield 3, was like, hey, we should make them pay to get more bullets. It could be DLC. You want to reload the clip in your gun? Buy more bullets and you could download them to your clip. Think about that.
In substantial portion of digital revenues or microtransactions. When you are 6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're really not very price sensitive at that point in time. And for what it's worth, the cogs on the clip, really low. And so, essentially what ends up happening, and the reason the play first, pay later model works so nicely, is the consumer gets engaged in a property. They might spend 10, 20, 30, 50 hours on the game. And then when they're deep into the game, they're well invested in it. We're not gouging, but we're charging. And at that point in time, the commitment can be pretty high. As a personal anecdote, I spent about $5,000 calendar year to date on doing just this thing, this type of thing on our products and others. I can readily attest to how well it works. But it's a great model, and I think it represents a substantially better future for the industry.
And I remembered.
Okay, that's taken a bit, like I'm not saying that guy's not a scumbag, but I really don't think he was talking about, like, legitimately charging people for reloading their weapon. What he's saying is that, or he's just using it to say that after you've made a long investment in something, you will be more willing to pay for shit, even if it seems kind of superfluous. So
during this time, and I thought it was an exciting, novel concept, and it was. Little did I know how it was going to be.
This feels like it's been going on for an hour. Like, not even just with my interruptions. Doesn't this feel like it just keeps going on and on?
Be extorted and used by gaming executives. GTA 4 had 2 expansions, The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. And I'm like, man, this is so cool. If you have a game, which at the time they were completed generally, and you want more of that great game, granted I'm not a huge Grand Theft Auto guy, but I think that's great. If there's a game that I love that comes out and they want to give DLC, like Fear 2, I bought the DLC for that. If you want more of it, hey, that's not a bad thing, right? Then companies realized how much money they can make off DLC, and you would start getting a bunch of map packs, and you would start getting skins for your guns, and then they would put other things behind paywalls, and then you realized, oh God.
The city puts the ending.
Oh my God! Stop!
So it started off as a innocent, nice concept, and of course, corporate greed made it slowly slide downhill, which kind of sort of leads us to today. And it's also, things are changing too from a hardware perspective. We're in very weird times. Now let's go over to the 8th generation of consoles.
TV experience. TV and movies. TV. Xbox. Watch TV. 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 Watch TV. TV. TV and TV remote. TV experience. TV. 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 Sports TV. 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 Anybody?
Yeah, the beginning of the end of fucking Microsoft, unfortunately. Or Xbox, whatever you want to call it.
No.
One of the big things we saw there, not Sony really, but Microsoft, Sony later on started to with like Horizon Zero Dawn, where they were like, yeah, we want our games everywhere.
Gears 4 will also be one of the first titles in the new Xbox program, Xbox Play Anywhere. This icon means when you buy the game digitally, you get...
Wait, what? No, you idiot. I'm not talking to you guys, obviously. Remember Crowbar, yeah. No, he's... Hold on.
To own it and play it on both Xbox One and Windows 10 PC.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Like, I was like, where's he going? He's talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. No, Horizon was it the first PC game or first Sony game put on PlayStation? Right, yeah, that's not the same thing as this. This is saying when you buy the Xbox version, you also get the PC version. I fucking own Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4. Doesn't mean I can play it for free on my PC or play the PC version for free.
And that's with your progress and your achievements saved on Xbox Live and shared across both platforms, all at no additional cost to you.
That conventional concept of every 5 years you need a new piece of hardware, and games for consoles were only on consoles and games for handhelds were only handheld games. Yeah, we're going to muddy the waters there. You could play our games on your PC. And it was like, wait, you're de-incentivizing people from buying your hardware? And there's still a valid argument to be made. Like, if I could get these games everywhere, why should I?
It's amazing how he is just completely ignoring Nintendo in all of this. Like, what's this all bid? Microsoft and Sony. Like, meanwhile, the fucking Wii is like, what, the number 3 best-selling console of all time? Like, and we're not even talking about the massive influence that had. I mean, because of the success of the Wii, we got the PlayStation Move and we got the Kinect. Those things would not have existed if not for the Wii and all the motion control crap that went down in that generation.
Buy your hardware, but I think Microsoft did see that we were going towards games as a service future, and they were right. Now look what Sony's doing. They just...
I take back my Nintendo. That's actually what I was thinking of, Alice, as I was going on that little rant there.
Announced that Ghost of Tsushima is coming to PC. And it was also during the 8th generation, even though it's kind of Nintendo's 9th generation console. Forgot to talk about the Wii U. The Wii U was a bomb. There you go. That's the Wii U.
You didn't even talk about the fucking regular Wii, for Christ's sake. Like, he didn't mention... Well, or at least not the impact. Welcome, Rydrick.
Hey now.
There ain't gonna be no collab. If anything, all the plans I have would put me on his fucking shit list.
Yeah! The Macho Man's gonna eat your ass! Oh, yeah!
It did not do well for Nintendo. But Nintendo, during the 8th generation, technically dropped their 9th generation console, the Switch, which was getting AAA games you never thought would be imaginable on a portable device. I remember playing, and I know a lot of you heard this story, playing Doom 2016 on a handheld. Now it's like there's a billion. You could get the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, NEI, NEO, GPD win and play AAA games all day. But back in 2017, it was just a mind-blowing concept that now we're once again used to playing AAA games that were the same games, obviously with less graphical fidelity, like Doom 2016. Like,
it's not just less graphical fidelity. There was a whole bunch of, like, the idea of playing Doom 2016 on a Switch, like, I will never understand that. Like, to me, if you're not playing Doom 2016 at 60 FPS, then what the fuck are you doing? Like, why even bother? It's like, oh, it's portable. Well, who gives a shit? You're not playing it the way it's meant to be played. Doom is meant to be fast.
Doom Eternal, like Witcher 3, which is also on the Switch, you're playing those games on the go, and they're not cut down versions like when you had a 3DS or a Game Boy. And Nintendo with the Switch, now especially during the 9th generation of consoles, has opened the door up for things like the Steam Deck, which now is, if you have a Steam account, a ton of games are playable on the Steam Deck. And then if you get a Windows-based device like the ROG Ally, or like I said,
my Steam Deck has almost all but replaced my Switches. Well, my Switch and my Switch 2.
Neo's devices or GPD Win or whoever, you could play virtually all your games, especially now with how capable integrated graphics are on AMD processors especially. You're taking your entire library, the same exact games, not cut down versions like they would make for like the 2DS and Vita and Game Boy Advance. You're playing the same games you'll be playing on your PC on the go. Unadulterated, again, minus you have to cut down the visuals. So it was during this 8th generation and now this generation, we're at this weird turning point, and it's been amazing to see. It's been amazing to see how we went from, in my lifetime, the gaming industry almost dying in 83 to being completely reinvigorated by Nintendo in 85/86 to now be in 2024, and it seems like the gaming industry, they're making plans, but they don't know what's going to work. We see Warner Brothers moving away from AAA games to live service games with Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Yeah, good luck with that one. And now we're seeing...
What are you talking about? They weren't moving away from AAA games. What are you, high? I mean, yeah, they invested in live service, but it's not like they said, we're not going to make any more single player or, you know, non-live service games. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Layoffs in the industry, and we see Sony, Microsoft especially, and I'm sure Nintendo is going to have the struggle too, of where the industry's going. Are consoles going to continue to be necessary? It's not cloud gaming I'm talking about. Thank God. I'm just not. I don't want cloud gaming to be our future. I don't.
Hi, I'm looking for...
Stadia?
What?
Cucumbers.
But with all these devices with powerful integrated hardware, it's becoming a tougher sell for companies.
But I mean, like, to be fair, cloud gaming is not that bad. I mean, look, I'm not saying I want to jump over to a completely either, but for certain games, freaking clouds is fine. I mean, yeah, you're going to play COD or Street Fighter, like quick games like that. No. But for standard, like RPGs, like there's plenty of games that don't require like split-second decisions or where having lag is going to fuck you over. You know what I mean? Like I've been playing a bunch of Octopath Traveler 2, and a good amount of my playtime has been on the cloud.
Companies to say, hey, buy our console, or you could buy this device, which, yeah, okay, the games won't look as good sometimes, and you could take your games on the go, and you could play the same exact games, and then you could dock your console and play those games at home. So that keeps me away from consoles. Also, too, when you have games, like I just said before, they announced Ghost of Tsushima for PC. It's going to come out on Steam. There's other games like Horizon, Zero Dawn, God of War. You could all get Spider-Man Miles Morales. You could get those on PC as well, which were PlayStation exclusives, we're in this place where I don't know if anyone knows what the next move is. And growing up where everything was so straightforward and compartmentalized, you knew a console every five-ish year, it could be 4 to 7 years, let's say, would come out. If you wanted to play games on the go, you would buy a dedicated console from Sony or Nintendo or whoever, and that's how you would play your portable games, and you knew they would be totally different because the hardware was limited. Now we're in this place where if you have like an AMD processor with RDNA 2 graphics or better, even if it's not meant to be a gaming device, it's a gaming PC. My point being is that there's not this walled garden around hardware to play games anymore. And I just don't know if Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo know what the next step is. Microsoft seems like they're preparing themselves the most with all the studios they're buying. We know they bought Activision, Blizzard, and Bethesda, and countless other studios because I think they want to have all those games. They want to be the Netflix of gaming, but even with how much money they put into it, is it inevitable that they're going to become the Netflix of gaming? Now, Sony on the flip side, they don't have the bottomless pockets that Microsoft does, but they have very strong first-party IPs, but you're bringing those to PC.
I'm sorry. No fucking company has bottomless pockets. And not even Microsoft. If they did, they wouldn't have all those fucking layoffs. Assholes.
You're trickling them on, I should say, to PC as well. So that's diluting the reason to have a PlayStation. So what is the future for these consoles? It used to be that their hardware, and you would buy games for their hardware, and a lot of times they would sell the consoles at a loss, and they would make the money up with game licensing and accessories. If we're moving away from that, what's going to happen? Sony can't, like I said, buy out a bunch of companies like Microsoft did. Are they just going to fold?
Really? I think they kind of have.
And put their game under Microsoft's umbrella? Is Microsoft's strategy of being games as a service going to work out? And they're already talking about their next-gen console being the most powerful console ever, but who's going to want to buy your console if they could play your games in a billion different ways on a billion different pieces of hardware? So we're kind of at a turning point here. We also see that the industry is retracting. There's countless layoffs throughout the entire gaming industry. I think everyone got fat and happy, no pun intended, during the pandemic. And now the reality of the uncertain future of gaming is sobering people up. And here we are. And I've been here for a lot of it. And to see all of these changes in real time and growing up to see the industry evolve into what it is, and to see it kind of have its own midlife crisis is interesting. Review Midlife Crisis USA. The industry has plans, but are they going to work out? I have plans as well, but are they going to work out? This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
Is this the ending? That was the ending? Wow. This was awful. I mean, man, what a hack. Like, I do agree with, like, his, like, kind of end statement, or, like, his wrap-up of it, where it really is kind of like a thing where it's hard to tell where the industry is going and all that. But yeah, the rest of it was just not good. Like, so many oversights, so much, like, just things that, yeah, that was not well made. And the idea of calling it Netflix quality was, yeah, that was fucking delusional. So yeah, I'd give that, like, what can I give that? I mean, I'll be charitable and give it a C minus. But as I said, that's me being very charitable. Okay, well, so thanks to a whale, I mean a very nice viewer, we did reach the goal. So I'm not going to do my entire stream that I had planned for tomorrow. So I'll watch like one DSP thing because, like, I'm sorry, it's getting, you know, late here. So let me just check. I'm gonna go into DSP territory. I guess, has it updated?
Well, let me.
Let's see here. Because one thing I want to do for a later stream is because I'm about to, or I'm close to beating, what's it called? Donkey Kong Bonanza with my son. So I'm curious as to what hit, because I know he made a goofy, or an awful review video of it. Hopefully by the time tomorrow comes, he'll go and have more, because I know DSP went on a bunch of stupid rants about like fucking like eugenics, parenting, and alcohol. So we'll at least check this out.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort. Code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Go. Okay.
What the fuck?
You guys ready? Now, by all means.
Oh my god, he looks awful. Oh my. Although, I mean, like, I'm not even going to say it.
Feel free to support the stream while I'm doing this, since we had almost no support whatsoever during the fighting game segment of the stream. Please, I would love to get some support popping up on the screen if you could. Okay?
Hint, hint, hint.
All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. It's DSP, and it's time for yet another
Oh, that's so fucking great. He had YouTube mode off.
edition of DSP Tries It.
Is that his legit intro? That is awful. I mean, like I said, I don't watch Phil regularly anymore. I'll just check in, or if something really like crazy happens, I'll go on. But in terms of like me ever watching him live, like that doesn't happen anymore. Oh yeah, I gotta move my shit over, excuse me. And if you don't like this, you can all blame Casper for it. Okay, that's good enough. Now let me move the, I don't want to block the great kick chat.
And tonight, it is a very special edition of DSP Tries It, because tonight we are doing something
So I'm gonna speed
the
this up a
likes
little
of
bit.
which I have never done before. Tonight, it's not food. Ooh, that's right. We are not doing food, okay? We are actually doing something pretty awesome. We are going to be doing a flight of beers here on DSP Tries It. This is an international flight of beers. This has been something that was the idea of the viewers. I said, if you really don't want me to do food, then what would you like me to do? And they said, well, what about like some liquor or whatever? I said, all right, well, tell me what you would like. And someone said, well, how about you try a variety of beers? And I said, well, what ones? Because, you know, I don't know what beers people want to see me try. They said, well, do something international. Do something that's not United States domestic. So it'll be like different taste testing for you, okay? So what we're about to do is a taste test of 4 different beers spanning the globe. 2 are in Europe and 2 are in Asia, okay? And
Really spanning the globe. 4 beers. Okay.
I don't know anything about them. I've literally never had any of these beers before. But we're actually going to do this awesome, interesting taste test where I'm going to take the beer, open it up live, pour it into a glass. We're going to get to see what it looks like. We're going to see what kind of head it has, smell it, you know, taste it, compare.
Smell it. Oh, this is so awful.
Compare the two, compare the four. It'll be pretty interesting, I hope. That's what you guys wanted, all right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get started. First of all, let me show you what we've got here, the wide shot. So, let's start with the very first beer that we have right here.
That RGB shit is so fucking awful.
I don't know what this is. Never had it before. It's called Carlsberg Premium Elephant Pilsner from Denmark. Okay, I don't know. Is it good? Have any of you ever heard of this before? I don't know. It's Denmark beer. What would that be? What do you call someone who's from Denmark? I don't remember. I've forgotten. Okay, so it's a Pilsner. All right, I guess we're going to see what it looks like here.
Well, yeah, I guess we are.
Beer. Denmark means Danish, I'm being. All right, so let's take a look. Ready? Elephant Pilsner from Denmark, Danish beer. Open it up, and it is foaming up right away. Oh, I just poured it all over my leg. It's all over my legs right now. That's delightful. I'm completely soaked in beer. That did not go well at all because it's a can. The bottles will pour, the cans don't pour. That was a huge mess. I am soaked in.
No, you idiot. You just poured it wrong.
Beer. I don't even know where to put it down where it's not going to make a mess. I have paper towels, but I didn't pull them out yet. Hold on one second.
How about back on the counter, you idiot? Welcome, Meth Bear.
Hey now. Hey
well,
now.
Let me dry my legs while I show you. This is Elephant Pilsner from Denmark. Okay?
I mean, it
does
looks fine, I guess.
Have a head on it. Look, it has a nice light, a lighter head there. Smells.
What the fuck would you know about beer heads?
Pretty good. I'd say it doesn't smell too bitter, at all. So.
What? When's the last time you smelled a beer like, this smells like it's going to be a bitter beer?
It's a Pilsner, right? Here's what it looks like. Okay, let's give it a taste. Wow, my legs are soaked. My floor is soaked. My chair is soaked. This is not good because now everything's going to smell like beer in here, which is definitely not good. It's a nice golden color, a little darker than that. Actually, I'd say more like a dark amber color. So it's actually not as light as I first thought it was when I was pouring it. Okay, let's give it a taste. That is tasty. It is very smooth, even though it is carbonated. It's a very smooth, light carbonate.
Even though it's carbonated? God, this is an awful beer review.
It doesn't have any kind of a bite when you drink it. It's very smooth. Like a really smooth soda. But the flavor, it's actually a little sweet, a little on the sweeter side. It's not very bitter at all. Like a lot of beers are very bitter beers. This is actually pretty, it's very sweet.
God, I wish he was drinking a beer that I drank. I don't think he does any of it. I don't know which ones he drank.
I actually like it. This is a beer. I like the flavor. I like its smoothness. I would likely drink this one. What's it called again? Carlsberg Premium Elephant Pilsner. So far, we're off to a good start. That's really good. Well, I'd say we're off to a good start with flavor. We're not off to a good start here with the mess that I just made. It's all over my floor and my chair, and I'm actually nervous now. This is why I don't do this kind of stuff, and I just do like basic foods and stuff. Because now, what in my office smells like beer forever, and I can't get a beer stench out of this office, right? So that's not good.
Bro, like, ever hear of fucking soap and water cleaning shit?
I'm gonna see if I can dry this up for a sec. Here.
How about fucking Febreze?
This beer over here. I'm gonna see if I can dry this mess up a bit.
Would smell better than Phil does.
Pause the recording so I can do this. That was awful. It literally poured everywhere. It would not pour smooth at all because it's in a can, so the can won't pour. So it just went big mess.
He acts like this is something that like everyone deals with when they pour a beer from a can.
Boring.
Before I even continue, I'm going to go get a lot more paper towels because if these others spill, I'm going to need something to really clean up this mess, okay? Oh, man.
Boring.
Boy,
that is not a good shot of his head. Jesus.
I'm pretty sure these are going to stain. I mean, good thing you guys don't see my chair. Going to be big stain spots on the chair now. Okay. All right, let me go get more paper towels, and then we'll continue, okay? I'll be right back. Ugh. Okay, so let's get some paper towels ready here in case we get a giant spill. And what I'll do is I'll set
the
them up
entire
one by one
fucking
next to each
roll.
other. Here we go. I have one beer mug, but that's the problem. I can't drink 4 beers out of one beer mug, so I had to put them in these glasses, so they'll sit next to each other. Yeah, I know, Art. He says your room's gonna smell like ass tomorrow. It very well might. The chair, it will. Like the floor, I already dried it up. But the chair, like it's soaked in. It's like, what am I supposed to do? It's just the chair's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna, hopefully it doesn't smell. It's probably got stains on it though. Okay. All right. Well, let's get this up here. We'll continue. So here we go. All right. So the Carlsberg we've tried and it's good. In fact, I'll take one more sip of it because I actually think it's quite good. Carlsberg Premium Elephant Pilsner from Denmark, Danish beer.
Devour.
Very smooth. Had a decent head. It went away now. Decent head. Darker color.
But, lighter flavor. Like I'm sorry. Flavor, is that like a thing? Are we judging beers by their heads? And also, we poured it wrong. Like, you really should have minimal head on the beer, right? Like, that's why you pour, like, at an angle. Like, this is my cup here. Like, you don't pour beer like this. You pour beer like this so that the water's hitting at the angle and it helps remove a bunch of, hey, you don't want to have a big head on your beer. Or am I just talking out of my ass? That's just how I see that would look how it worked.
Whereas other beers. Pretty smooth. It's a smooth drinker. I would probably drink this one myself. I like this one. Okay? Probably the best beer in the world is Carlsberg's classic slogan from 1973. Mads Mikkelsen did ads for them. Says that's all from Benny Hill. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Yes, I unpaused the recording. I did. Okay, our second beer. This is interesting. Sing Ha. This is Thai beer from Thailand.
Never had that.
Sing Ha.
I've had Japanese and Chinese beer, but not look at this. Early bird. Dude, it's time for Rogaine. Also, stop yapping and just drink. Jeez, no one cares what you're trying to say. Just drink it and be quiet. This is why Raw Phil is 4 times your viewers nightly. Ugh.
I have no idea what Thai beer will be like, but we're going to give it a try. It's like one of those golden lions on the front. See that? Okay. I don't know if anyone who tried it or not.
What the hell is
weird bottle
mods?
opener. I couldn't find a standard one. I think all you just push down, supposed to open the bottle. It worked. Wow, it actually worked really easy too. Oh, this smells completely different. Now, where'd the bottle cap go? Okay, so Sing Ha from Thailand. Let's see if I can actually pour this one without making a huge mess. This one smells strong. This smells pretty bitter. I'm gonna be honest, you know what it smells like? Like weed. I'm completely serious.
What?
It smells like weed. Yeah, see, bottles actually pour.
He's so fucking stupid.
Like that other one, this one pours nicely. So, wow.
No, but like, watch. Like, that's not... Yeah, you hold at the angle, and then you... Like, if this is where the... Like, if you can see the straw, the thing is supposed to go against the wall of the cup. It's not supposed to be at the angle, and you're still pouring it straight down.
Bottles actually pour. Unlike that other one, this one pours nicely. So, wow. Some distinct differences right away, okay? Number one, it's slightly darker, I believe, in color than the Carlsberg.
And also, when you pour alcohol, you're not supposed to just pour like this. You're supposed to turn it a little bit, like turn it to the right. And then when you lift it, you pull it up to the left. That's how you reduce drippage afterwards.
Was a much lighter head, okay? Looks like there's more carbonation. It doesn't look as smooth. It looks like it might have more of a carbonated bite to it. And it smells strong, like bitter. You know, like real bitter. Okay, let's give it a shot. And let's see what it's like. Ready?
Devour.
Way stronger. That is way stronger than the Carlsberg, and it is way more carbonated as well. So stronger bubbles, strong carbonation, and bitter. Very bitter. Okay? Oh, and it has a weird aftertaste. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. It's a little bit of an odd aftertaste. The other Carlsberg didn't have any aftertaste. This has a weird aftertaste. Oh,
that's great. Can't pour fine. You just messed it up.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Nah. This is one I would probably not drink all the time. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a terrible beer. I've had terrible beer that tastes like piss. This doesn't taste like piss or anything, but I've had much better. Even the Carlsberg is better. This is for me, it's too much of a bitterness, and I don't like the aftertaste either. Okay? So, that's a no for me. Just to compare the two. There's the Carlsberg here, and here's the Sing Ha here. You can even see the Carlsberg still has more head than the Sing Ha, and I did the Carlsberg first, okay?
I still don't know why you're so obsessed with the fucking head.
So we had
It's
Denmark and
annoying
we had
me.
Thailand, okay? What's next? Well, I don't think that we could have actually done an international taste test of beer if we didn't get something from Germany. Can you imagine not trying German beer today? That would be like blasphemy, right? So,
why?
We have a German beer. It is called Paulaner Paulaner Municher or Münchner Lager. Yeah, I'll show you up close. Ready? Paulaner Münchner Lager. Paulaner München from Germany. Okay, so this is a lager. Interesting. Give this a taste. Now, I don't know what I did, how I poured so poorly with that last can, and I made an insane mess. The bottle just pours. So what? I don't really pour cans of soda too often.
Like, he acts like pouring cans of liquid is like an acquired skill that you need to practice and train with. What the fuck is he talking about?
Okay. Initial smell. Oh, it's hard to finger. I can't really tell. It has bubbles coming out of the can. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to make a huge mess again. I just know I am. So you know what? I'm going to put the paper towels down on my crotch ahead of time.
How
so
is
this
he
goes everywhere.
so
At least it's landing on the paper
dumb?
towels instead of on my legs and on my chair. Okay? All right. Here we go. I'll just do it light. I'll just do it very light. That way it can't spill. Because the other thing, I went too far with the other one and it just kind of went out of control. There we go. Okay. I wanted more head, but you have to angle it to get the head. But if I angle it, the can's going to spill.
You figure being an alcoholic, at least competent in drinking, what's going to know anything? Well, yeah, because because he has nothing in cans. He pours. I mean, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but yeah, he has all the stuff in bottles because he doesn't drink beer. All he does is drink hard shit.
I would say this one has the thickest head of all three. Look at that, and it might have the most combination of all three. Carbonation, excuse me. Take a look at that.
But also, isn't head dictated on how you fucking pour it? Like, that's not beer exclusive. It's how you poured it. Or am I?
Yeah, look.
Just talking on my
tons
ass?
of carbonated bubbles on the inside, and the head is thick. So okay. All right, let's give it a shot.
Devour.
Mmm. That is delicious. But so far, that is my favorite of all three. It has great carbonation. It's smooth, but has great carbonation. The head is good. It has great flavor. It's a little on the sweeter side. It's a little on the bitter side. So it's got a little of everything. I actually really like that one. Like, the Carlsberg was just smooth but sweet. The Singha was basically just really bitter. This is kind of both sides of the flavor spectrum at the same time. So it's kind of
both
really
sides of the flavor spectrum. Oh, look at this. Even Milk Eater says it here. The foam size is based on how you pour it, DSP. Christ.
Strong, bold beer.
Yeah, gotta tilt the glass when you pour. God.
Very bold flavor. I really like that one. Okay, man, Paulaner. Paulaner gets a thumbs up from me right now. That's my favorite out of the three. But now we have one more to go. And this is one that I think a lot of people know about, but I've actually never tried before. We're going to do another Asian beer. This one's probably the most popular, like, mainstream, because I've heard of it before. Sapporo, okay? The funny part about it is, okay, here's the funny part about Sapporo. It's Japanese, right? It's a Japanese beer. And you look at the bottle, and you want to know what it says? It's brewed in the USA. Like, what? Why is it brewed in the USA? I guess what it is it's so popular, they probably don't want to brew it in Japan and fly it over. So they actually have breweries here. But yeah, it says right on it, it's brewed in the USA. I can't see exactly where it says. Here, hold on, I'll tell you right now. I got my glasses.
Yeah, must have put on camera, you idiot.
It says, brewed and bottled by Sapporo
Alco's the only thing that getting more head is bet. Yeah, exactly.
Brewing Company, Escondido, California, and Richmond, Virginia. Very Japanese. Oh, yes. When I go to Richmond, Virginia, all I see around me is, like, you know, sushi and ramen and all kind. Actually, ramen is actually more Chinese now I think about it. But anyway, so.
Do we want to tell him, like, yeah, they can do it locally. It's still the same recipe. It's just being done here. And yeah, an important one might taste different. Yeah, because that's the thing too. Like, there's different rules and standards. So, like, if you go to, like, China, they sell Budweiser, like regular Budweiser in China, but it's not made the same way. It actually tastes slightly different.
Here we go. Let's try Sapporo. I've never had it before. Let's see if it's any good.
Of course, he wouldn't pick a Chinese beer.
All right, let's get it open.
Sing Sao is a good beer. Is actually a pretty decent beer.
Initial smell. Ooh, this one smells very bitter and strong, much like the Singha did. Could it be that these Asian beers are all very similar? That they're kind of like just small variations on the same style? Because that smells really, really like the Singha did. Okay? All right, let's get our pour on. Well, whoa, this might be the lightest of all. It is. This is very yellow. Look at that color. It's incredibly yellow. It's actually the most yellow.
Let's see if he, well, actually, if he had made a bad Asian joke, we would have heard about it.
Of all four? Well, maybe not.
Why are you smelling the beer? DSP is so weird.
Actually, I think the Polliner might be more yellow now that I'm looking at it closely. So, okay. So, Sapporo. Yeah, again, it smells very bitter to me. And I don't dislike bitter beer. I'm just not, I don't know if I'm going to be in love with it. Let's find out. Ready?
Devour, devour.
I'll say this. I think this is actually better than the Singha. I think that Sapporo beats Singha. They're very similar beers, I would say. But it definitely tastes a little bit bolder. Really, King Crimson says it's not the imported one. The ones you find at Asian grocery stores are better. This is the American version. There's 2 versions of Sapporo? I didn't know that there were 4 versions of Sapporo. Okay. Or, excuse me, 2 versions of Sapporo. It's strong. It is strong. And it's very bitter. But I would say, okay, let's do a head-to-head. Let's do a head-to-head. Because people are saying, can we see all 4 of them together? Okay, hold on. Let's do it this way.
I love he's like has to like figure out how to do this.
Give it a shot. Okay. Well, you can see 3 of the 4 here. So this is the Sapporo in the back. Okay. This is the Polliner. This is the Singha right here. And then this is the Carlsberg, the elephant beer. Taking a look at all of them, honestly, it looks like the elephant beer held its head the best. Because looking at all 4 lined up, the Carlsberg has the most head still on it.
Oh,
so that's interesting.
enough with the head.
That one didn't have like heavy carbonation. It was like a smooth carbonation. And it actually held its head better.
Al Snow didn't say the word head as much as this fucking guy does.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I would say. Well, I'm not trying to be like racist or anything, but honestly, I do
Oh no.
think out of this taste testing, I do prefer the European beers. I think that they're superior to the Asian beers, okay?
I don't mean to sound racist. Like, how is that racist to say you prefer European over Asian beers? Like, what?
Fair enough. Now, let's rank them all, okay? I would say in 4th place, here's what I'll do. I'll take a sip of each again, but let me take 1 sip of each. So here's the Carlsberg again, all right? Okay. Here's the Singha. Here's the Polliner from Germany. Okay. And then the Sapporo.
His hair looks so bad. Like, even in, like, this angle here, like, it's like it's steady, and then, like, it just goes, like, all weird near the end.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Here.
So, 4th place, my least liked, sadly, is the Singha, the Thai beer. It's too bitter, and it has a aftertaste that I don't like. It's okay to have an aftertaste when you're drinking beer, but you want it to be pleasant. This just tastes too bitter. So I just don't like that at all, to be honest. I probably would not get Singha again, nor would I drink it. Okay? In 3rd place, I would say Sapporo. It's a better version of the Singha, in my opinion. It's not as bitter. It is bitter, but it's not as bitter. So it's a little better than that, okay? Then I would say in 3rd place would be the Carlsberg Elephant Pilsner. It has
You mean 2nd place?
carbonation of all of these beers. It goes down ridiculously smooth, but it's not flat. It's just very smooth. And it's actually sweet. It's a sweeter beer, in my opinion. And I actually like that flavor. So if I was looking for a sweeter beer flavor, I would go for the Carlsberg. But out of these 4, I would say definitely my favorite out of this taste test, this DSP tries it head-to-head, would be the Polliner München Lager. The München Lager is the clear winner of the Flight of Beers International Taste Testing, okay? I wonder what the alcoholic volume of it is, because I didn't actually check that.
Yeah, why would
Let's
we?
see.
It all leads to a hangover the next day anyways.
Brewed in Germany. Does it even say? 4.9% alcohol in that one. I'm just curious what they all are. What about the Carlsberg? Oh, the Carlsberg is 7.2%. This is way stronger. Whoa.
Whoa.
You know what's weird about that? It's the strongest one. Like, it's the sweetest one. You would think that the one that has more actual alcohol in it would actually, like, be bitter. It's sweet. It's sweet. I actually like the flavor of that one a lot. I'm surprised. That's almost double, right? What about the Singha? The Singha is 5%, okay? And then the Sapporo is 4.9%. So, that's very interesting. Actually, the one that I like the most is actually the weakest. The Paulaner is the weakest alcoholic concentration, has the best flavor, in my opinion. King Crimson says, Thai beer is meant for chugging, not for enjoying, and slow tasting. That's why even Thai people hate it. They can't enjoy it throughout the night. Seriously? Then why make it? If they hate it, why do they make it? Interesting. Anyway.
So what? Did he get the cheapest Thai beer? Did he get, like, the Busch Light of the Thai beer industry?
Anyway, all right, so here's what we'll do. I'm gonna have the one that I actually like. The Paulaner is my favorite of all. Devour. That's good flavor. It's deep and rich, but then it's sweet too. It has, like I said, it's the best of both worlds. You get your bitterness, and then you get your sweetness. Now I'm craving a nice big-ass beer pretzel, right? You want a nice pub pretzel with some salt, some dipping in some cheese, or dipping in some mustard, and you have it with your beer. That's the good stuff right there. Now, of course, I don't have that in the house, so I'm going to be craving that. I'll be very upset that I don't have this tonight, but it's good. So I say cheers to all of you. Salud for a different kind of DSP Tries It. And, of course, now I'm curious, what do you guys think about this DSP Tries It? Because this is so different from what I used to do or what I usually do. Did you like it? Did you like it for variety purposes? If you do, maybe I'll do more taste testing of beer or liquor, because we could do liquor. We could do other things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just have to be beer,
welcome,
but I'm curious what you thought.
Master.
And if you enjoyed it, do you have other recommendations? By all means, let me know. Leave a comment on the video. Tell me on one of the streams. I would love to hear from all of you, all right? But this was a very special episode. I hope you liked it.
No, you mean he wants to donate.
On the next episode, we're also doing something special. It's actually a tie-in with a current playthrough of mine. I just started Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, and in that game, there is a ration bar called Calorie Mate. Well, guess
I was hoping he was going to eat snakes.
Guess what? Calorie Mate is real. It's actually real. You can buy it and eat it. It's a real product that was tied in with Metal Gear Solid 3 back in the day. I didn't know that. So I actually purchased some real Calorie Mate bars, and we're going to be doing a taste testing of those for the next DSP Tries It. So keep your eyes peeled for that one here on the channel. Okay, guys?
Ooh.
Thank you so much. Cheers. And I'll see you next time. Cool. All right. Well, everyone, that's it. I made a big mess with that first pour. Seriously, I wasn't ready for it, and it went everywhere. I really hope my room doesn't smell like beer tomorrow. It doesn't smell like it now, but it might smell like it when it dries up. I really hope not. Ooh. All right. Well, everyone, thank you. It looks like Clay JT, 44 months as a member, said pick one: Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Bud Light. Nothing. I don't drink piss. I'm not gonna drink piss. It's disgusting. Okay.
Oh, stop it.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. Sucks that the stream basically got no support. Like I've been here since 6:45. I made $28. So
okay, I'm not gonna bother listening to him bitch and moan about lack of support. That's part of the reason why I stopped watching Phil live. So we're gonna call it. Sorry, Master, you came right at the end of this, but it is what it is. Tubes, fat ass is raging about politics. Yeah, I bet he is. But yeah, that was fun. It was fun catching up with Wings. I did learn quite a few things. I didn't know that Kelly had the weight loss surgery. For the longest time, I thought that she just dropped the weight naturally. So I learned, nope. Well, I mean, yeah, she did obviously lose some weight on her own, but I didn't realize that she then got the surgery as well. And also I learned that Symphony of the Night had to be compressed to fit on the Xbox Arcade. I actually had Symphony of the Night originally on the PlayStation, the original. What a great fucking game that is. But yeah, the that Otaku video was the thing. If I became a millionaire, yeah, I could live on easy streak. I could do whatever I want for the rest of my life with $3 million. Yeah, okay, pal. But yeah, and also thanks to Casper for whaling our way over the finish line to meet the goals. Let's see here. Where should we go? Well, there's no fill. Well, I guess we'll just go to the raw fill lobby on YouTube and on Twitch. There's a bunch of people online. Yeah, we'll do Rydrake since he stopped by earlier. So, as far as other streams go, we might do a DSP, some more DSP stuff tomorrow, but it depends on what gets posted. Although I don't really need to. I can just look at the raw film. I just want to see his crazy shit about fucking eugenics and what's it called? Being a quote recovered alcoholic and all that fun stuff. Try to do something on Monday, but no guarantees on that. But thanks everyone for stopping by. And I will see you all hopefully at least one more time this weekend. And if not, have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.